There we go. Now we got some audio. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to session one of Legends of Telpha. Almost said Chronicles of Telpha. Want to give a little shout out before I jump in with the players. MichaelGilfeyStudios.com or Michael Gilfey Studios on Patreon. If you like any of the music you hear today, you can join their Patreon or buy music directly from their website and use it royalty free if you have the right Patreon subscription tier, or if you buy it directly from their website. They're really cool people, and it's really awesome that they do this for free. I'm going to go ahead and jump in with the players so we can say hi to them. Today is a potentially big day for the stream. If I can keep an average of 3 viewers, I'll hit affiliate, or at least I'll hit the final goal I need for affiliate, and then I can apply for it. So if you stop in for just a little bit and don't mind, just kind of throw it off to the side, mute it if you don't want to watch it, minimize it. Help me get there so we can take the next step on Twitch. All right, let me see. Is he going to let me join the voice chat? Come on now. Geez, it only took me forever for it to say, yeah, you're going to get to join. Good golly. Good morning, everybody.
Yo.
Welcome to session one of the Chronicles of Telpha. Oh, wait, no. It's the Legends of Telpha.
Huge.
Yeah, because we're all going to be legendary by the end.
Something like that.
I don't know about you guys, but I will be at least.
Well, I mean, that is your character's whole goal when we were talking about it before. Yeah,
exactly.
So for anybody who's watching who doesn't know what the hell Telpha is a homebrew world / a book series I've been working on for a long time. The Chronicles of Telpha is a 5-book series that the Monday campaign is based off of, and the Legends of Telpha is going to be a prequel campaign that happens about somewhere between 2,500 and 2,400 years before the events of the Chronicles of Telpha, long before the gods vanished. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Trying to make sure I got everything set up right. Yeah. All right. So for the moment, because I kind of forgot to do just a regular map of it, I'm going to use the title screen here as a little bit of a map to show where you guys are. You guys are roughly way down here near the S. So I don't know if you guys can see where I'm pinging on the map or not, but that's about where you guys are, where Dorgan's token is. You're in that region over there. The only big city that you guys really know of by name as players so far is the Kagmar city, of course named after the god Kagmar, and that is way up here.
That's where I live.
Yeah, it's pretty much right in the middle. So where I put Lara's token is right where it is. It's pretty much near almost the exact center of Gilladris.
Huge.
And as you guys know, but I will explain for some of the other people, today is a big day for the Twitch. If we can get to an average of 3 viewers for the entire session, so having at least 3 people watching at all times, that's pretty easy actually if all of us just have it minimized off to the side so we can't see things or hear things or whatever. We have the chance to hit affiliate on Twitch, which means things like the subscriptions that people have done. I think we have 3 subscribers so far, and then having ads on and ad revenue will be something that will actually be money earned. Right now, when you're not an affiliate, if you have subscriptions, it just counts as credit towards subscribing to other Twitch accounts, which it's all fine and dandy, but having it be able to actually cash out as cash would be a little bit more fun. if we hit affiliate and start getting ad revenue, depending on what that looks like, and of course the subscription revenue and everything, potentially cheaper games for you guys, which will be, fun. I'm sure everyone would appreciate that.
Mhm.
So if you have the ability to have the Twitch open, if you have the ability to have the Twitch open, or at least turned on in a browser tab and like muted and minimized or something like that, definitely do that. I've got it done as well. Usually I have at least one extra because of my other account that's accidentally logged into my, for some reason my main account was logged into stream through my Streamlabs OBS, but the chat is logged in as another account that I had made when I couldn't remember the stuff for this one. So I technically have two accounts logged into the same program. I don't know how that works, but it's kind of glitching out with that right now, so it's not doing that. But yeah, and the other thing that you guys know that the players obviously, or the watchers obviously won't know, is a little bit of the backstory about what is going on with this campaign or this world at the moment. About 2 years ago, the Gorillian species was first discovered when members of the Portal Jumpers, some of you guys know what those are. They're essentially guys who travel through unknown portals and travel to other realms, usually known as the Wild Realms. They're highly unstable. Sometimes they only exist for a couple hours. Sometimes they exist for days or months or years. And they're very different, sometimes even different laws of physics and laws of reality from the main realms. They're incredibly dangerous. But some portal jumpers went through and they discovered the realm of Moscar, which is a giant island realm, or essentially like a supercontinent that is one big island that is covered with dense jungles, forests, swamps, marshes, bogs, which is pretty sure the same thing, but you get the idea. And at this point, it's only been known about for about 2 years, and to those outside of Moscar who are not local to the area, they've only explored probably about 5% of this island. And even those who are native to the island and have lived there their entire lives or for multiple generations, such as the Gorillian people, at the very most they've explored about 35 to 40% of the island, because the further inward you go, it gets way more dangerous, to the point to where it's suicide to go past a certain point. The Gorillians have slowly been integrating into the rest of Telpha, which is currently Gilladris and Dalari, and you guys are on Gilladris, one of the two main realms. This one is heavily populated by the dwarves and the humans, but the other races also live there as well, just in smaller groups. Ones such as the Myriq, which are the Myriq Velky, the ones that kind of look like what we know as Tabaxi, and the Myriq Mali, which kind of look like smaller Tabaxi. Best way to describe it is they look like the Monster Hunter cats, in a sense. They have been on Gilladris for, probably a couple hundred years at this point, but they are not as established here as the other ones are. They mostly travel in their caravans, which is kind of how they live anyways, even when they are established like they are on Dalari. And then some of the other races, like the elves, both the spring elves and the autumn elves, have smaller groups here. They even have a kingdom or province or so. It's just that in comparison to the dwarves and the humans, they are a very small population of what's here. Then within the last couple generations, I'd say probably for about 100 years now, there have been a new race, or new-ish race, known as the Besmet. They are technically mutations. They are mutations of either the spring elves, the autumn elves, or the dwarves, or those who are a mixed breed between any of those. And what happens essentially is, before they are born, while they're still in development, magic, either on purpose or by accident, usually by accident, will mess with their genetics and will change how they are, making them look similar to what many people who play or watch D&D things know as tieflings. They'll sometimes have horns. Their skin will be all kinds of outrageous colors, anywhere from a normal skin color to neon pink or yellow or red or blue. and they'll sometimes have tails, or they'll even have hooves, or they'll have claws for their hands. They can really look just about like anything. They are highly, I wouldn't say hated, but they are not understood by the other races, to the point to where a lot of people will either not trust them, or they'll get a little scared around them. And not very many of them have been seen. Probably over the last couple decades, people have seen a few dozen of them across Dalar or Gilladris, and usually they see them 1 or 2 times, and then they never see that person again. And there's many different suspicions as to why that is the case, but a lot of times it is assumed that people just run them out of town and then they just never see them again. But you guys won't be starting in a big town like Eastway, or during some kind of intense celebration or festival. You guys are all going to start not even knowing who each other are in a little small outpost. This little small outpost is known as, oh geez, what was the name of it again? Trying to find the name. I had it somewhere. Aha, here we go.
Somewhere.
One of our characters, or well, potentially 2 of our characters who have played in a other Telpha campaign before, may recognize the similarity of the name. This is known as Ground Forge Outpost. Or I'm sorry, not Ground Forge, Ground Anvil Outpost. Pretty similar to the name Sky Anvil. Maybe some kind of 2,500 year ago connection is there. But anyways, we're going to kind of start off a little bit between kind of introducing the different characters. Let me get the proper music going to do this. That's not the right one. I need to add more of the Michael Gilfie Studios music to my stuff. I have 32 gigabytes, and I added some for the first game, and then I totally keep forgetting to add more. I've got way more than I have here. Let's go ahead and do like we normally do when we start a campaign. And I'm going to have all of you roll a d20 so we can see who is going to be the first person to introduce their character.
Good rolls, good rolls.
I am right in the middle. That means I'm not first either way.
Yay! All right, so this is actually, I think, the first time in a long time that I've done this roll and somebody didn't get a natural 20. I almost always have at least one person get a natural 20.
I don't want to waste mine now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
we'll
mean,
save that.
I'm glad you made that choice.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
be
the
like
dice
that.
are our colors.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
Sometimes it does that. I think it all depends on how I have things set up. You may eventually accidentally run into seeing a 2024 sheet ignored if you do. I don't know why I specifically told it not to put those in, because they don't work very well for us. I don't know how our Spring Elf in our last Telpha campaign, not the new one, but the one that you guys were in, I don't know how they made the 2024 rule sheet work for them and not be a pain in the ass, but it always messes up for me.
I'm pretty sure she was
Magic.
confused the entire time.
I think so, because it wasn't working the way that they expected it to, which was fair,
Yeah.
because I looked at it and I was like, what am I looking at? But anyways, as the highest roll, Dorgan, do you want to go first or do you want to go last for describing a little bit about your character?
Yeah, I can go first. So
Alright,
basically,
go ahead, give me your class, your race, what that race translates to mechanically, so that everyone who's watching knows, and a little bit about what your character looks like. And just so you know, you're just now waking up. It's the morning, and you slept outside of this building that you're next to. Your other people are inside.
I
that
can't
building.
even see that it's a building.
Oh, I might have to like hold on. Let me try.
The lighting might be a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's hold on.
Because it's acting like it's a wall, not
yeah, there we
an
go.
object.
There we go. That might make it a little bit easier to
There
tell
we go.
what's what.
Yeah.
That way you guys can actually see the town too.
Yeah, it was all just black before.
Yeah. Oh, you know
at
what?
least for me.
You know what? Because I probably don't have you as having sight. I do, but for some reason it was all kinds of weird. Anyways, yeah, go ahead and explain your character to us a little bit.
So, he's a Gorillian, which translates to an orc, as far as the character sheet is concerned. I forget what you asked me already. I'm sorry, I just woke up.
Class appearance.
Oh,
what do you
yeah,
think
yeah.
he'd be doing when he first wakes up, having slept outside this building? That's where he was told he had to sleep.
So he is a barbarian, sent to this island, or sent from his island to this one, in order to try and improve his clan's reputation. He doesn't necessarily really have a moral framework on that. It's all basically just he tries to make whatever decision will make his clan look better, and past that he doesn't really care. As far as what he's doing, he's used to sleeping outside, so he probably didn't really give a shit. He'll just go about his normal routine. He'll just be stretching out and looking around in the morning to see if anyone is up to no good, trying to rob him or something, or if he got robbed in the night, he's checking his stuff.
And just so you know, and so that everybody watching knows, how long ago did you come from your island to this main continent of Gilladris?
Like, this is like right after.
Yeah, so
this group of people that he's with is like yeah, very, very possibly. And the group of people he's traveling with is literally like the first people that he met, and they told him that they were famous or something.
Yes.
And he didn't know any better, so he was like, "Oh, okay. I guess I'll work with you then."
Yes, you travel with 3 individuals. I'll go ahead and pull them out of where they are so that you can see that they are waking up as well. Boom, there we go. One of them is a rogue-like man known as Lucky Dan. The other is a ranger, or, just a rogue that kind of uses more ranged attacks. You don't know exactly what they are. He is known as Butters. And then the leader of this little group is known as, quote-unquote, Captain Grayson. They are a small group of mercenaries that, from what they have told you, they are rather famous in the area for doing quite a few high-level quests or jobs that are in the area, whatever you want to call them. They are.
Yeah, they're bullshit me though, right?
That's what that's to be determined. We'll see. They might be. They definitely don't look like the most trustworthy group of people, but your character doesn't quite know that. They have essentially hired you to join them in their mercenary quest so that they can continue to gain more fame and reputation across Gilladris. And they're all starting to wake up here and walk outside. According to them, you had to sleep outside because there wasn't as much room inside of the building that they had rented out for the day. And then, let's see, number 2 is going to be down here. Laura, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character as you walk outside of your building that was rented for the night?
Yes, because definitely not going to be spending the night outside in the dirty filth. But she is a Velky. a little bit on the short side when it comes to Velkies, so, but definitely not quite as short to be mistaken for Velky. So it's like kind of like in that in between. They're like about 5'2". So they are a cleric of the Keeper domain, and really they're just also kind of looking to raise their clan's pretty much just standings in society, but also trying to make it so obviously other clans want to join us instead of other pieces of shit. But
Yes, you are a
uh,
member of the Softpaw Caravan, if I remember right. Um,
mm,
and one of the big things that your caravan does when it comes to Velky travel is, unlike others that try to focus on crafting and selling stuff or offering trade, such as building things, you guys are essentially a caravan that offers healing and other clerical or paladin like
mm.
things to people.
Yeah, we are
Sometimes
a
this
healer or protector.
sometimes this is as a business, sometimes this is as a like charity out to others. You guys travel to different outposts like Ground Anvil here, or Ground Anvil and Outpost, I guess is what the full name would be. You guys travel to different ones like this with the intention of finding the groups of people that take on the different jobs, and then those would be your customer base or those that you help out. Since this is where a lot of people pick up their jobs and turn in their jobs, this is a good area to kind of funnel in those people instead of trying to find them out in the wild. Right
Well,
now,
not to mention it also helps with finding any stray Velki who might be looking for a group to pick. So,
yes, you have probably been with this caravan for, I assume, a majority of your adult life. Um, Before the Velki or the Mali become adults, they do have more permanent establishments that are hidden, so they're not known to the public, only to other um, Velki and Mali. And that's where their young usually grow up. They don't travel inside the caravans with them for safety reasons and stuff. The
I mean,
leader
God forbid a baby starts crying when a monster is nearby.
That's right. The two leaders of your caravan, or at least one of them is more so the official leader than the other one. One is a paladin of the goddess Itrix, known as Avarnin, if I'm saying that correctly. You are the one who picked the names out. You got Avarnin, who is, of course, another Velki, and then a paladin of Talina, the goddess of winter, is Bervena. She is the wife of Avarnin. After a moment, you see that they also step out of the building that they rented for the night. The way that this outpost work is a majority of these buildings that are here, instead of renting rooms, people rent these buildings, and they're almost like giant inn rooms. Some of them are multiple rooms, some of them are just one room, some of them are rooms that have a kitchen or other things within them. They're essentially kind of like rentable studio apartments or other apartments in a sense. Your caravan, most of your caravan stays outside of the city area, but some of those that they wish to interact with the people inside the outpost will rent a room inside because they don't want to pull the whole caravan inside. That way it's a little bit easier for them to actually interact. If you see any of these people sitting around, they are guards of the outpost. You'll kind of learn a little bit more about them in a few minutes. And then the very last person who was kind of stuck in a building that was way off to the side and was not as nice of a building as the others is our final character of the party for now. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your character?
Yeah, so my character, even though it seems to be warm out, has like a cloak on with the hood up and usually her head down. She's kind of hard to actually see her features. But she is a Besmet fighter. And yeah, nothing too crazy about her, and until people maybe find it out.
Yeah, I forget. Aren't they like getting kidnapped or something?
It's not. There's rumors that they're being kidnapped. It's not known if they're being kidnapped or if they're being killed because they just aren't, you know, as good as the other races, or whatever some people might want to say or consider, or if they're just hiding out. Most people who who have lived in the Gilgis area for their entire life have maybe seen like two Besmet their entire life, if even that. The ones who lived on Moscar their entire life, like our Gorillian friend, probably hasn't seen any of them ever before. But
Yep,
yeah,
new one.
this little building right here that looks a little crappier and is smaller than the others, that is the one that you had. You also would have paid a little bit more for it than the others would have, even for their bigger buildings, because that's just one of the ways that they treat Besmet. Right here in the center of the outpost, let me go ahead and grab this part so you guys can see it, is the command center. This is essentially the whole outpost is based on this building. This is where the is not only the guard like building where they keep all their armory, their supplies and stuff like that, but it's also where they issue out the different jobs to those who come to the area. Usually in the morning after a certain time, this little part right here is where they post up all the different jobs that are available. They have a system in which they do it to where a couple of the guards that are around here, these guards are members of a order that I'll tell you about here in just a second. This outpost is owned by and guarded by this order. And the order is also where the name of our first arc comes from. For those watching, the first arc and the Legends of Telpha is going to be known as the Forged Order. And these guards are members of the Forged Order. That is who owns this outpost. The Forged Order is a order. It's a guild that has about 1,000 members. They are different warriors, paladins, fighters, rangers, things like that. They don't really have a lot of magical beings. They focus more so on their use of weapons. And this order follows the teachings of Kagmar, the god of summer, who has a really big influence in the continent of Gilgis. He's probably, I would say, the most worshipped of the gods on this realm. Now, that doesn't mean the other ones aren't worshipped at all, because unlike in the Chronicles of Telpha, the gods are still active and present in the world now, 2,500 years ago. And because of that, pretty much everybody follows at least one of the gods, if not multiple of the gods. They're all seen for different reasons. Kagmar is the god of summer, also known as the god who created the dwarves, and is the god of crafting, working hard, things of that nature, and physical power over magical power. The members of the Forged Order are very, very well known through Gilgis as being those who will take a bunch of these different jobs, sometimes incredibly dangerous jobs, to help out either big cities, big kingdoms, all the way down to small towns or even individuals. They have a very high reputation as being very respected and powerful, almost like mercenaries, but not quite as morally gray as mercenaries. They tend to help a lot of people out, and they take a lot of these jobs, almost to the point to where they almost have a monopoly on taking the higher jobs, because that's almost the only people that they'll give these jobs out to when they see them. And getting into the Forged Order is not as simple as walking up and saying, "Hey, I want to be a member of the order," and they go, "Okay." In order to join the order, you have to prove yourself um, as somebody who can be loyal to the teachings of Kagmar. It doesn't have to be just Kagmar, but you do have to show that you are willing to accept the way that Kagmarians, as we'll call them, how they live. They work hard. They try to do things in a certain way. And then after that, you enter the trials. And after you enter the trials, then you can become a member of the guild. I believe I have a good reason why each of you would want to come to an outpost that is controlled by the Forged Order. And I'll start with Dorgan because his is probably pretty simple for people to figure out. He is a member of a Gorillian troop known as I think it was the Bloodback River tribe, if I remember right, is what we called it.
Yep.
And just like all the other Gorillians, the way that their tribes work is, it's how it works in Moscar, so it's how they're trying to do it here as well, is the actions of one influence the reputation of the many. So if one person within the tribe does something that is honorable or, respectable, courageous, something like that, it helps the reputation of the entire tribe. And while they are a very warrior focused tribe and they're very strong and they do fight a lot, they aren't ones who fight and kill just to do it. As strange as it sounds, they're essentially like the orcs of our world, but they're not just, I'm going to fight you because that's how I like to do things, is fight. They still have to have purpose behind it. So things like fighting those who are incredibly weaker than them and aren't even looking for a fight, or capturing or enslaving those that lose to them instead of treating them with at least a little bit of respect to some extent, is not the Gorillian style. So taking on these kind of jobs like the Forged Order does and getting the reputation as being honorable and well-skilled fighters is probably right up Dorgan's alley. And one of the reasons why this might be drawn his attention, even though he's only been here for a couple of days, is that is what Grayson, Butters, and Lucky Dan appear to be trying to do as well. They are trying to get a little bit of reputation with the Forged Order so that they can also become members of the Forged Order. They have explained to you that in order to do it, you get these tokens that are known as ore tokens, and you take these ore tokens to the headquarters of the Forged Order, and that is kind of like your currency that you're paying in order to start the trials, is to have 3 of these tokens per individual. And one of the ways that you can get these tokens is by doing jobs for the Forged Order, or jobs that the Forged Order would deem as ones that they would do themselves. So that is why they are here and why they have hired you to come help them, so that they have extra muscle, and so maybe you can get some tokens along the way too. So far, Lucky Dan, Grayson, and Butters all have 1 token each for a job that you also helped them with, which was a simple clearing out some wolves and some oversized wolves that were attacking a farm. They got a token for it, but for whatever reason, you didn't get a token. Grayson said that
But they all actually only have 1?
They all only have 1 each. And the way that these
I was going to say maybe one of them had 2.
No. Well, that was the other thing I was about to explain. The way these tokens work is when they are given to an individual, if somebody else takes one of these tokens, they will crumble to ash and fade away. So you can't be like, oh, well, I'm going to kill this guy who's already got 3 tokens and just take his 3 tokens. Once you touch them, they are magically bound to you and only you. So if somebody else tries to use them, they won't work. So for whatever reason, when 1 token was given to each of them, they either took your token and tried to keep it and turned it to ash, or you weren't given a token, or something along those lines, and they told you that not to worry about it. You don't need one of the tokens as long as they have one. And they've given you no reason not to trust that so far. But obviously, if others hear about it, they would probably eventually let you know that that's definitely not how it works. Everybody else that is here, Lara and Cinder, have 100% heard of the Forged Order, and Lara, they're actually one of the reasons why I believe your caravan would be here as well. Your caravan is still gaining a foothold within the area. They're not new, but they're still trying to find those who will essentially allow them to come to their areas and do your guys' job and get customers through these things. You guys don't have a connection to the Forged Order yet. But Varnin and Bervena believe that doing some of these tasks for the Forged Order and getting at least one of the caravan members into the guild will make it easier, if not completely legitimized, that they can essentially form a partnership with the guild and therefore be allowed to set up more permanent caravan stops at these different outposts. There's tons of these outposts around, and maybe even within the city that the Forged Order's headquarters is in, or maybe even all the way in Kagmar City. So Avarnin and Bervena have brought specifically you and a couple other of the Velky here so that you guys can try to collect up some tokens yourselves and become guild members so that your caravan gains some connections. And then for our very last member, Cinder. You've been traveling alone for pretty much the entire time that you've been able to travel. People don't trust the Besmet because they don't know what they are. They don't know if they're evil beings, they don't know if they're good beings, they don't know if they'll lose control of themselves. They do know that they have a unusual natural connection to magic, or at least most people know that who have been looking at the Besmet, anyone who's seen them. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're always magically powerful, but if they were to start training in magic, they can pick it up a lot easier than others can. You have heard of the Forged Order, and you've tried, joining different small groups or friend circles, or hell, even a Pilates class somewhere that you just wanted to have some kind of companionship, because besides your family that still kind of stays distant from you, it's been just you. You recently heard a rumor that there are not one, but two, and potentially more Besmet that are not only members of the Forged Order, but accepted by the Forged Order, which really draws your attention for the companionship, because that's what you've wanted, is those that you can travel with, those that you can rely on, that you can be friends with. And from what you've heard, there's Besmet that have this now, and they're ones that aren't being run out of town or mysteriously disappearing or things like that. And so, at least to the extent of trying to figure out a little bit more about that, it probably would draw your attention, I would assume. So there's just a little reason for each of you to kind of be a little interested in this area. You can take that and be like, oh yeah, my character would be interested in that. Or if you want to come up with a different reason, you totally can as well. It doesn't really matter either way, as long as we all have fun doing it. Over here at the command center, after a moment, you see... Well, actually, no, you wouldn't see that yet. After a moment, a couple of the guards have posted up over here on either side of where the different jobs post up, and a individual walks out of the command center into this onto this platform right here. This platform is raised above the ground, and when they walk out there, you guys hear a horn that goes off in the middle of town. One blast, which you guys know to mean the jobs are ready to be posted. You see a couple other individuals, some that are members of the order, some that are not, start gathering around this area. Dorgan, you see Butters, Grayson, and Lucky Dan all start traveling off to this area as well, so that they can listen to the important jobs and see what other jobs are being posted as well. You can choose to.
I followed him.
Yeah, you follow. Ooh, ah. Laura, you see Avarnan and Bervena also kind of go off into this area. And then Cinder, way down on yonder, you do see that they are starting to gather around where you know the jobs are to be posted. And if you guys would like to move to the area, you can, and then you can hear from the person who is stationed here. And actually, while you're on your way walking up this way, Cinder, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. Don't know why I did 2 of them, but 13.
13, all right. You didn't get a natural 1. That's what I was looking for. Yay. 2 other members of the Order that are definitely higher ranking members come out of this building. One of them is a fully dressed knight-like warrior. He comes and he stands over to the side over here near this fire. And then another one really draws your attention. Another Besmet. This one is almost pure red, and he is wearing the armor in the colors of the Forged Order. He also goes over to this fire. He does not seem to notice you at first. He wasn't looking off in your direction. Seeing one Besmet in an area is a pretty big deal to some people. It'll be the talk of the town for a couple days. Seeing 2 in an area is almost unheard of at this point in time in Telpha. But as they go over to this area, you see, I don't have a token for him, but you see an individual comes and stands on top of this podium here. He is dressed in garments that are of a red, silver, and yellow color, similar to the colors of a forge, or I'm sorry, red, silver, and black colors. And he stands up there. He is definitely not a fighter, but he's older. He looks like he's probably a retired fighter, and he is for sure a member of the Order. And his name, I'm gonna first put it in the chat for you guys to read, and then get your what is?
Oh, now he's seeing our messages.
I did not see these before. What is all
Yeah,
this?
he missed out.
Got Laura and the other 2, Cinder and her embers, Laura and the 2 priests. I crushed skull, no care name. Beauty and her 2 beasts. Pretty and the 2 fluff balls. Oh, thanks for calling me pretty. only 2 of us have fur fish brains. Oh, sorry.
We started going at each other.
Oh yeah.
Drank too much milk last night, so you just can't see right. Oh, you're mad because people only want to pet you. Oh, Jesus. Anyways.
I mean, that is true, though. If anyone asks to pet them, like, obviously there's going to be a charge.
The name of this individual is one that you all would know the name of, because when you first come into town, you were told that he is the leader of the outpost. He is outpost leader Galdrin Ballard. Two of you may recognize the last name Ballard.
I sure do.
But don't worry, this individual does not look like a fat piece of shit, especially if he's in the Order. This is actually a good Ballard, believe it or not. Long ago.
Before they got corrupted.
I mean, there was a good Ballard.
I don't know. We don't know that.
The still debated thing, even debated in the other campaign of if Dorian is one alive or not, and if he was a good guy or not. I don't know why it's such a debated thing. He sacrificed himself for two different groups. But anyways, yeah, you guys know of Stead Ballard.
I mean, I still think that it's canonical that he's probably still alive, just fake his death.
I guess we'll have to see. Stead Ballard was the leader of Eastway. This is a long ago ancestor of him, back when they were still honorable, and heck, maybe even one of the reasons why he eventually got into power. This is
And
Galdrin
also probably
Ballard.
when he's back in shape.
Yes, definitely.
I
Um,
gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Um, yes, so this guy comes up and is getting all of his paperwork together. Varnan, Bervena, and Lara. You guys probably see this other group that is up here, but you guys would definitely recognize the one that is twice the size of everybody else that's here. You see a Gorillian. For pretty much all three of you, this would probably be your first time ever actually seeing a Gorillian in person. They are within Gilladris, but they are rare to see because they are still spreading out and making a name for themselves. A lot of them have come here as laborers so that they can gain some money and eventually establish a foothold for their own tribes. There are hundreds of Gorillian tribes. Um, but this is probably the first one that you've actually seen in person.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, let's go.
And Dorgan, since you've been traveling for a couple days, you've stopped at a couple different outposts. You've probably seen other Velky and Mali already. There's a number of these caravans that travel around. Like I said, a lot of them do trades work. They help build buildings or work forges. They do little odd jobs here and there that aren't jobs for the Forged Order. They do a lot of trade, a lot of crafting and stuff like that. So you've probably seen members of the Murik before. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say that. And you've maybe even eaten some of their food before, or had one of them sharpen your weapon or things like that. That's just kind of what they do. So you've seen one of them before, but you definitely have not seen a Besmet before. Laura, I'll let you decide if you have seen a Besmet before or not. You've definitely heard of them either way, but I'll let you decide if you've seen one before or not.
Might have seen one in during my travels.
Back.
Perfect. Welcome back. I was just saying that Laura has noticed.
Oh, I only muted myself. I had my
Oh,
I had
okay.
my headphones on. I should have said that. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. Good. I don't have to go back over that. Cinder, do you think you've seen a Gorillian before, or do you think this is your first time seeing one in person as well?
It's probably my first time.
Yeah, so you would also notice that compared to every other person here, even to the knight, who naturally is going to look a little bigger because he's wearing all of his armor, even compared to him, he looks small compared to Dorkin. Dorkin is fucking huge compared to others, both in terms of muscle and and size. Gorillians are notoriously large creatures.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna be doing a
Immense.
little bit of a cat brain thing. So I'm gonna be casting my first spell.
Ooh. What are you casting? What are you casting? Moment to think. When you cast a spell, you briefly stop time for every moment yourself. You can take one additional action to move around in your space while no time passes for other creatures. So everybody else, you feel time stop. Well, you don't
We
feel
feel
it.
it?
Wait, we notice it?
No, you don't notice it. That was more so for comical reasoning. But Laura, everyone slows down and then stops for you. What are you doing?
Coming over here and then examining the gorilla. Gorillian.
Oh.
Robot.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I might have roboted for a second. I'm not hardwired in like I usually am at night.
No, I was in this time.
Oh, that's weird. He didn't robot for me.
Same.
It might
Well,
be a
then
you
it's
thing,
me.
It might be a you thing.
It's all your fault.
That sounds like a you thing, yeah.
And Laura, what are you
Yeah,
inspecting about this Gorillian?
Really, everything about him. Definitely a first time seeing one of these people. I mean, Bismuth, they've seen like maybe one or two. Obviously, they've probably met the red one that's down there.
Yes, they have potentially met the red one before. Um, Dorgan, what is the weapon that your character uses?
I believe I have 3 of them. So I have a great axe as like the primary one. I have a great club and I have a javelin.
Nice. So you
Hmm.
see this great club and this great axe on his back. They are big enough to where you probably would not be able to lift them up. Um, but even for him, they look like they'd probably almost be one-handed weapons. They're not, but they almost look like they would be. Um, and even the javelin is like twice as big as a normal javelin would be. They're more scaled for his body. He, of course, is extremely muscular, and even though he kind of has a little bit of a hunch, as gorillas do, you can tell that he is tall as shit. He does not look like
Okay.
somebody that you'd want to let punch you.
Is there any specific like marking on him? Like, does he wear an
Uh,
emblem of his
his
clan?
back is colored blood red, and he is full of scars.
So essentially, where the silver on a silverback would be, it's been colored red.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay. Let's see here. I am going to use something else because since I used my movement to get here, I'm going to use this to go right back where I was. Like nothing happened.
Fantastic. I was about to say this won't count as one of your spell slots, but it's a cantrip, so I guess it doesn't really, anyways. And Joker, if you're still watching, turning your phone off in the background does not keep it on for count, just so you know. If he's still watching. Joker from one of the other campaigns is also watching. Shout out to him. Yay.
Joker.
So
Okay.
after a moment, you hear the horn go off a second time, which you know with one blast means. Oh, there it goes, finally. Um, you know that that means that they are ready to post the jobs. On the bottom, underneath this raised area, are a couple posts that they put a lot of these jobs on. You see some of the other individuals are going and messing with these jobs. Grayson himself is actually going and looking at these lesser jobs. But you guys know that the higher paying jobs or the more difficult jobs are going to be said by, I almost said stead, by Galdrin himself. Is that what it says his name was Galdrin? Yes, Galdrin. I keep wanting to call him Stead or Dorian because he's a Ballard. So after a moment, Grayson kind of looks, and you see that you guys notice that Grayson just kind of grabs like 3 or 4 of these, and he's just like, yeah, whatever. We'll figure out which one we want to do. Doesn't really seem to care that others might be wanting to look at these as well. Um, each job can technically be taken by multiple groups or people, but the smaller jobs usually have a limit of who's taking it because of how much it can be split up, and of course giving tokens to all the individuals who may complete some of these quests. The smaller ones don't really give you tokens very often, if at all. The ones that Galdrin lists out will be the ones that will give tokens. You see Galdrin walks up.
Immediately,
Mm-hmm.
he's probably getting some like dark glares from us three over here because obviously we are more of the community base. So someone greedily taking like a bunch of jobs like that, first thought is
Especially new in the
trash.
area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially new in the area. You've definitely never heard or at least seen these individuals before inside of your travels. Um, Cinder obviously hasn't either. Their reputation may not be as good as they've been telling Dorkin it is. Grayson takes back about 3 or 4 of these posted papers, and him, Butters, and Lucky Dan start looking over them and mumbling to themselves. And they say to Dorgan, "Oh, just listen up for the big ones. We'll probably try to take a couple of those as well as we can. The faster we get these tokens, the better. We'll
I
figure out
agree.
which one of the small ones are better for our time and ones that we can help you get known in the world with us. You know. After a moment, you see that Galdrin walks up to this little podium that is right here, and he is holding 2 flyers within his hand. He goes, "Attention outpost. We only have 2 higher jobs today. Each one will, of course, provide a token. The first one, I believe, is going to be for already standing Forge Order members only. So if you are a Forge Order member and would like a higher paying job, please come around to the backside. I will explain those in a little bit. I won't waste the time of everyone else. For those of you who are not members of the Forge, this job is one that can offer you 1 ore token. I will allow 1 group of people to take this job, at least for now. We have a recovery mission. 2 different groups of our Forged Order members have gone off to take on some of the lower level jobs. Neither of them have returned, and it has been about 4 or 5 days. We need a group that will go. This group can consist of upwards of 5 individuals, and I need you guys to go and track down the 2 missing groups and either recover something that shows that they have fallen, so that we know that strike them off of our charts, or to bring them back to us and to potentially finish their mission if they have not finished it. The missions are not very high level ones that they took. I think they may have just run into some bad luck as lower ranked members of our order. If you are interested in taking this job, please step forward. You see that Avarnan and Bervena, they step back. You see Avarnan looks to Lar and is like, "If you think this is one that you can take, helping the others, feel free to. We must, of course, stay with the caravan."
I would assume my group probably steps forward.
Yes, every person from your group also steps forward, and they kind of look to you and is like, "Come on, man." I'll throw Lucky Dan back there. There we go. Yeah. And then Cinder, you see these guys are stepping forward, and you probably noticed that. Go ahead. I'm going to have you give me another perception check.
Perception.
A 6. So you notice that.
Wait, I didn't roll anything.
Oh, I thought you said a 6.
It was saying perception. I was looking for it.
Oh.
There we go.
21.
I don't know why it's rolling 2 of them.
Sometimes it's automatically set for for.
Well, yeah, it's still the first one. So.
Yeah, 21 is really good still. You notice that the Besmet starts to come forward as if he's wanting to take the job as well, but you see the other knight kind of pulls him off to the side over here before he can get close enough to take the job. "I know you want to take the job because these are friends of ours that are missing, but you have to stay here. You are still recovering from your escape. If I don't go and do this job, people are going to think that I am just out for myself. That's what they think the Besmet are doing. We have to step forward and help the others. You are not healed up enough to do that, Elrise. You cannot do that yet." So you now know that the name of the Besmet is Elrise. He appears to be, based off of what you can look at, some kind of Besmet that is from an elven heritage.
I kind of want to I hear that, right, and I kind of just look over and kind of gather up the courage before I step forward. Give a kind of respectful bow before I actually lift my head and say, "You can send another in your place."
You see at first the other knight kind of steps in between Elrise and you almost instinctually. They seem to trust Elrise, but are still a little about other Besmet, but you see that Elrise kind of puts his hand up. Balush, it's okay. They are Besmet. We are I am Besmet. I have to say, I've only met probably two or three other Besmet out there. Some of them weren't exactly the nicest. I see that you, on the other hand, are here, I assume, also to try to join the order, perhaps?
I am, yes. I come from, well, I come from his city anyway, so might as well, right?
You are from Kagmar City?
Hmm.
Interesting. I did not know any Besmet lived there.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Uh, I mean, she doesn't obviously have a showing symbol right now. She has a ring with her like clan symbol, but it's
Mhm.
obvious that she doesn't really say her family name.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And she'll just nod and go, "Yeah, I don't interact with my fellow dwarves."
Well,
But
you know this outpost, Grand Anvil, it was actually named after a member of the Forged Order who sacrificed themselves probably a couple generations ago. It's named after their honor. They were from Kagmar City as well. I I'm eager to see what you may be able to do to join the order. That we have three Besmet that are within our order, including myself. That's probably like shocking news to you. You'd heard
yeah,
rumors that there's one, maybe two, but to hear that there's three and that they're accepted members of the order is unheard of.
I'll finally chime in and say you're the first Besmet I've ever met. So it's definitely surprising to hear there's three of us.
Well, I'm glad to have the honor of being the first other one that you've ever met. I'll make you a little deal. If you are interested in taking this quest, it is one of the groups that were lost includes two other members that me and Balash here usually travel with. We had split up to try to find our job, but they never came back. If you help out and you are able to find what happened to them, I will put in a personal good word towards the order for you. Which, as a Besmet, you may understand that might be even more huge than just getting these ore tokens. It is not every
Yeah.
day that a group trusts one of us, although we've given them no reason not to.
I have I also have a recommendation from a family back in Kagmar, but I would very much appreciate yours as well. I could use all the help.
I do believe that in our situation, more is always going to be beneficial. I don't think that there's ever going to be a time where, at least anytime soon, that it takes less for us to get as far as others.
Hmm. I'll. She looks kind of like over at the crowd, like a bit nervous because it's obvious that she doesn't like usually even stay in outposts. But she'll nod and go, "I will go."
I also just sent you a question because I could not remember. So you see that. Okay, that's what I thought. So
Yeah, that's why she hid her ring.
you see that the uh, the ballard that is on top there. He kind of looks to the group and he goes, "All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's six of you. You know what? It's a high level quest. Just because of the importance, I will take a sixth member. Um, one of you is a Besmet, so I mean, it kind of counts as a half member, anyways. Um, meet me around the backside of the building, and I will give you the paperwork and mark on your maps the locations where these two were supposed to be going." or with these two groups, I should say. So you see that he kind of, you see that he, yeah, he goes around to the backs of the building over here. I'm just gonna use this guard as his token. Why not? And you see that Lucky Dan, Captain Grayson, and Butters of the Arrows all goes around the backside as well. You see that Dorgan. I'm gonna have you give me a perception check since you're traveling with this group.
Okay. $21.
Goddamn. You notice that instead of, you notice that some of the people who are looking at these jobs on the bottom, even if they take them off, if they don't take the job, they put it back on the board for others. It's kind of like a mutual respect thing that's kind of given around here.
Oh, so my guys didn't do that.
They just threw theirs on the floor. That is what Grayson did. The 4 that he had taken, he just dropped on the floor, and they walked off, realizing that those jobs were now beneath them.
Even
All right,
more.
well, actually, if I saw that when, did he do that over at the start or right now?
No, he did that like right before you guys walked off, so he did that over here.
I'm gonna put them back on the wall.
You see that as you do, or after you do that, and you catch back up with them, you see that Grayson just kind of gives a little chuckle and is like, "Lesser jobs for lesser individuals, am I right?"
I just kind of stare at him, like dead in the eyes. Just look at him. Don't say anything.
Where's my drink? Oh, here's my drink.
I'm getting Dorian thought.
Do what?
I'm getting the Dorian thoughts.
Oh.
We need to kill him.
No, he's not Dorian. He's not Dorian.
Yet.
Dorian is not the one you killed. Stead's the one you killed. Yeah, he.
Stairs, my bad. My bad.
Dorian
I
was
mean,
the.
both.
Well, I mean,
If he's
Dorian
evil,
sacrificed himself for the group. It's okay.
that we think.
Yeah. So, Galdrin Ballard, I'll just call him Commander Ballard because I keep wanting to call him Stead. Commander Ballard, you see that now he has a couple copies of some maps. He starts handing them out to you guys. He hands one to Dorgan, which Grayson kind of takes from him so he can put it down on his map. He hands one over to Laura, and then he also hands one over to Cinder. He looks between you guys and he goes, "All right, so here's the thing. We had one member of the Forged Order, a relatively new member. He just finished his trials a couple weeks ago. He was supposed to be going and clearing out some kobolds that had entered a cave system and had been kind of robbing some of the traveling merchants that have been coming and going from this area. He was last seen about a week ago. We didn't think much of it because maybe he was just biding his time. There was only one of him, and we don't know how many kobolds there were, but we haven't heard back from him, and it's been a week, so we have to assume that he has failed the mission. We assume that he has been captured, and if you can either rescue him or get his Forged Order symbol and show us that he has been lost, then that will be one half of your job complete." You see Lucky Dan and Butters kind of perk up. "How about that one is one job for one ore, and then the other one is another job for another ore token?" And you see Commander Batter's like, "The job is both of them. There is no negotiation on this." You see Grayson just kind of mumbles to the others, "We'll see about negotiation when we bring them all back and slay everything that is there. That is what we do." And then see Commander Ballard just kind of rolls his eyes a little bit and continues on with another map. He hands this map This time he hands it over to Butters, which Grayson also snatches away. One to Lara and one to Cinder, with another location that is a couple miles to the west of that. Both these locations will be to the west of the outpost. One's a little further than the other. Now this one is a little bit more dire than the other ones were. This one, there are 2 members. One of them is a man named Penzoid, and one is a man named Clashton. They are members of a group. The other ones are here, known as Elrise and Balush. They were a group of 4 that were going to take out some goblins that were in an area, another cave system. These ones were a little bit more dangerous than the kobolds, to our knowledge. And we have not heard from them in about 3 days. And while most of the others, like Balush, Elrise, and Penzoid, are lower members of the order, the last one, Clashton, he was once a much higher ranking member of the Forged Order, but has since retired and recently come out of retirement in his older age. He is a personal friend of mine. If you are able to find out what happened to him, bring him back, or bring back his symbol of being a member of the Order and Penzoid, then you will get a ore token for this. Even if you do not complete the other task and you just do this one, there is an ore token in it for you. You see that Grayson, Lucky Dan, and Butters just kind of stop listening for a second. They look over at Dorgan. Well, if we only have to do half of it in order to get the reward, why not just do half of it, right? I say we let these other ones go off to do the smaller one and find the one, and we'll go off to the goblins and find them. What do you say, Dorgan? You ready to crush some goblin skulls?
He does agree that he should do that job first because the guy said it was more dire. So that's like a higher priority in his head. But he does not like that they don't want to do the other one. He thinks they are cowards.
You guys look
So
at the
I'm
map.
I'm just gonna kind of like argue with them for a second.
You guys look at the map, and you do know, looking at the map, that you will pass by the cave that is said to be inhabited by the kobolds long before you get to the cave that has the goblins. It's a couple hour journey further west to get to the goblins. They're suggesting to completely ignore the kobolds, but then you see Grayson kind of leans everybody in. Let's tell the other 2 that we're going to do the kobolds first. And while they're on their way to the kobolds, we'll just kind of split off from them, leave them to do their thing, and we'll go do the goblins. Then we'll either come back and clean up what's left of the kobolds, or we'll clean up what's left of the kobolds and what's left of them. I mean, come on, look at them. There's only 2 of them, and they're not even forged orders. They're most likely to be wiped out, and then all the reward will be ours, the money and the tokens.
By any chance, with my
You reek of fear.
fairly decent hearing, do I hear what they're saying?
Give me a perception check. I'll say with disadvantage because you are a little ways away from them.
Okay.
Cinder already assumes the worst, so
they're kind of like over here now, kind of all mumbling together, and the commander of the outpost is already off, so he's not hearing any of this.
Even with disadvantage, that's a 14.
Oh, nice. Luckily, Bluntman didn't have disadvantage for his. Jeez. So with a 14, excuse me, throat is very dry this morning. Even with a 14, you don't quite hear all the details, but you do hear that they are more interested in going to the goblins over the kobolds, almost to the point to where they don't want to go to the kobolds at all. They seem to think that this job is less important because it is not the one that has the higher paying half. You don't quite hear their plan of wanting to abandon
Just so
you, though.
just so we are all aware, so you all know as well, I am a healer as well. So, if we go do the kobolds, we all knock that out real quick. We do the goblin job, and if one of you happens to get hurt, maybe I won't charge you the first healing.
You see that
Did she
Grayson?
just say that randomly, like without any of us like acknowledging them?
Well, I assume he steps
It's like
up and
we were having our own like conversation. She listened. I knew that part, but I don't think anyone realized that she was listening.
Well,
Oh no, she
Grayson,
is.
Lucky Dan, and Butters definitely didn't notice. You could have potentially noticed that they were listening, but then again, you're also kind of on her side on this, so it's probably not as big of a deal to you.
Cinder just raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, no, she is very blunt with what she says.
You see that Grayson kind of steps forward and is like, "Listen here, Furball. I understand that you are medical, but this is our land. We are the humans and the dwarves. We are the ones who own Gilladris. You are merely visitors. Instead of charging us for healing, being as we are now part of the same party and we are all on each other's side, instead, how about we don't charge you for coming into our land and taking some of our jobs away from us?"
I'm gonna pick him up by the collar.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Dorgan, my friend, if you wouldn't mind putting me down.
What if I do mind?
Well, I would like to know what seems to be the issue here, Dorgan. You're part of our group here. I mean,
You're annoying and you reek of fear and cowardice.
oh, please. We have done so many more tasks than anybody here combined has. We are so well known within the area. We're practically
I don't
members of
know
the
you.
Order ourselves.
Practically and being are two different things.
Well, well, well. How about this? How about this then? You go ahead and put us down, and Dorgan, it seems as though you are more along the lines of wanting to commit to the first of our traveling areas, and then going off to the goblins, since it's a little bit more closer. We'll go to the one that is closer first. We'll take care of that, and then together we'll travel to the next one. We will all split the rewards evenly as we should, and nobody will charge anybody for anything. How about we have a nice little deal about that?
This time I get a token.
Well, of course, of course. I mean, last time, like I said, they just didn't give us a token for you. I don't know why, but it was something about, I don't know. Maybe they weren't quite fond of the Gorillians yet. I think I've become
Is
quite
that a
fond of
lie?
you.
I was about to say, I want to do insight real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't got good insight. Nope.
Yeah, if you want Lara, Cinder, both of you guys can give insight checks. Also, you can even do these with advantage. He's gonna do a deception check.
Ooh, I will do that with advantage. No, for 12.
And what about you, Cinder? With advantage, what do you get for insight?
9.
Advantage instead of disadvantage?
Yes. And so Cinder, you don't quite pick up on it right away, but Lara, you actually do. He did not roll super well for his deception. If they give one person of a group a token, they give everybody in the group a token. Even if that person is a Besmet, they will give them a token because they have done the job. That is how the order works. There is no shorting somebody because of who they are or what they could, be, like where they're from or anything like that. They are very respectable of, if you complete their job, you will get the reward for that job.
So definitely one of
So-
these guys has an extra token.
Well, one of them
Well, no, so I was gonna say.
one of
taking
them
one of-
probably tried to pocket your token and then figured out that when that happens, they turn to ash and your token was destroyed.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so she's just gonna kind of lean over to look up at Dorgan and is like, yeah, he's totally lying through his teeth. He totally pocketed the coin. However, the funny bit is the coins kind of destroy themselves if you take what's not yours.
You see that when you say this, Grayson's eyes go wide. He goes, "Who, who are you gonna trust? Your faithful traveling companions that you've known your entire time here in Gilladris, which has only been 2.5 days, but
3 days.
But 3 days longer that you've known me than you've known this one right here.
How
I
about we ask one of the guards?
I was gonna say I'll make this super easy. I completely swear on my word as a cleric of Itrix that I have not lied to
Hmm.
Now, Dorgan, you don't know much about the gods as they are name-wise. You have learned the names of the four gods. You knew of Kagmar, but as a different name. Um, the
Yeah, don't
name,
we know Kagmar and Miris?
um, so yeah, you would know Mosgar's name of where you're from. Um, you would kind of know of Kagmar and a little bit of Miris because they are the two that were the gods that created the Gorillians. They worked together to create the Gorillians. Um, you don't really know them by name from where you're from, but you do know that there are many of the Gorillians or the small population of spring elves and autumn elves that also were native to the island. They hold a high respect for them. So when somebody else around this world says that they, especially since the gods are present in this world now, and you can literally go up and talk to one of them if you know where they are, um, for somebody to say something so direct about swearing by their loyalty to their god that they are probably being pretty serious. Um, Even though religion isn't as big of a part for you guys, you do know that it is still important, and that kind of connection would kind of sit with you.
Yeah. So I just kind of like, I just keep him picked up. I'm like, I see. I will confirm this with the guards before I decide what to do with you.
Now, we don't need to bring the guards into this. Look, they they thought that we did a very good job, and I was trying to, help keep some savings behind for you. But here, you know what? Here's 10 gold. 10 gold is a fair little cut. It's a little more than we got for our last job. But I'll give you this 10 gold. We'll keep this between us, and we can do this next job. Then after we do this next job, we'll talk to the commander, let them know the mistake that happened with your coin, and we'll see if we can't get you a replacement.
you. Out of curiosity, can
Fine.
I insight check about that 10 gold coin?
Um, you can. What are you trying to figure out?
I want to find out if 10 gold is an appropriate amount of payment from apparently their quote unquote last job.
I'll say you don't really need to do an insight check on that. You don't really know what their last job was, but you do know that the payment range for some of these jobs, depending on how intense they are, can range from being a couple gold to being 20, 30, 50 gold. And then it's usually the really high up jobs that start paying a lot more. Um,
I would imagine that that probably adds up, considering we were looking at minor jobs earlier.
Yes, you were mostly looking at minor jobs. The job you did was something along the lines of like there's a wolf infestation that was in an area, and the person you helped just happened to be a former member of the order. So they were like, "Oh, hey, you guys helped out a lot. Here's some tokens."
Okay.
All right,
Um,
since I don't know any better, I'll agree. So I'll put him down,
you see, he
or
brush.
rather, I'll drop him onto his feet. Rather,
You see that you go to drop him onto his feet. He falls flat on his ass. He stands up after a moment, dusts himself off, and is like, "Very well, bygones be bygones. If two members of the order, one who was apparently quite the veteran, was potentially lost in one of these caves, it is definitely best that we all travel together, especially since we already agreed that we are a group with the commander of the post. I say, I believe a good idea, my idea of course, would be to hit the kobolds first, they are closer, and then move our way towards the goblins.
I'm charging you double if you get hurt.
Very well, you can charge me double if I get hurt. I can promise you I will not be getting hurt today.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like scoff at that because that's about a 50-50 shot right now, depending on how the payment goes, if he's gonna get hurt or not.
Well, you haven't actually seen Grayson partake in any of the other little small jobs that you guys have done so far over the last couple days. It's always been Butters, Lucky Dan, and mostly you doing them.
Man, he fell on his ass when I dropped him. He is not skilled.
I mean,
If he
you're
was
taller
good,
than
he
him,
would
but
have caught himself.
You're taller than him, but it's not like you dropped him by 6 feet or anything like that. It would have been by like 2 or 3 feet off the ground at most.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if he was good, he would have caught himself.
Very much so. Yeah. So after a few moments, you see that Grayson kind of goes to the command center. He pays for another night of his housing, or of their housing. Bervena and Avarnan have already paid for a couple days of their travel. But you do see, Laura, you see Avarnan kind of comes around to the side here and kind of calls for your attention real quick.
Yes.
I don't know if I would trust that group over there. Something about them just gives me a bad feeling. I don't know if it's Itrix talking to me or perhaps it's just instinct. But unfortunately, if we want to make a good name, a good reputation of being competent healers and competent within the services we can offer as clerics and paladins, do your best to keep them alive, even if they don't do something that shows that they don't deserve it.
Oh, they've already more than shown that they don't deserve it, which is why I'm going to be charging them double.
Yes, charge them what you must, but please, if it comes down to charging them or keeping them alive, just so that it doesn't look like we come back unscathed and they don't come back with us, do your best to keep them alive anyways.
Of course, of course. Gods be willing.
As for the others, the Gorillian, I believe is what they call them, the Besmet, keep an eye on them. I think learning more about what kind of people they are, what they're capable of, could be useful to us. We might need to have them as customers eventually. It would be nice to know what to expect, what kind of help they may need or may not need, so that we can better offer to them in the future.
Yeah, well, the Gorillian already reminds me of you, so they get free charge.
Very nice. I know that some of the others out there, they don't trust the Besmet. I personally have not seen a reason not to. I have spoken to our goddess Itrix before on multiple occasions. It's one of the reasons why I'm the leader of our caravan. I am one of her guardians, as one might say. It is...
Of course.
I have never been informed by her of anything that seems that the Besmet are threatening. I don't see any reason not to trust them. But if you find a reason, please do let us know. But keep in mind, don't go looking for a reason.
Of course, everything just will happen naturally as it should.
I believe before you leave, Bervena wanted to say something to you as well.
Understood.
And you see
Right
that...
over the house before everyone starts leaving.
Yes, you see that Bervena was in the middle of kind of checking out some of the other jobs and looks over to you. Did you speak to Arvin yet?
Yes, I spoke to him.
I see. I have special request for you.
Hmm.
I would like if you could keep a very, very close eye on Besmet. My
Understood.
husband is a little bit more trusting than I am, but I am Paladin Tolina. He is Paladin of Itrix. Sometimes he lets his trust go a little too far. I try to keep mine closer. I fear that they may do something that we will not like. They are mutants. Keep this in mind.
Of course.
If need be,
After all, everyone at least gets an eye on them.
if need be, although I do hope not come to that, eliminate them if they are too much of a threat. We cannot have threats making their way through making a name while we make a name. If that makes sense.
Ever swiftly.
Many fear Besmet, but all fear what they do not know.
Understood.
Very well. Go make the caravan proud. Laura, that might be a little bit of a conundrum for you there. you got you got your leader telling you, they'll probably be fine. Trust them first. Then you got the wife of the leader, who's a paladin of a very different goddess. One's Itrix is the goddess spring, Tolina is the goddess of winter, telling you not to trust them and if need be, eliminate them. We'll let you decide which one you probably will take the advice of a little bit more. So after Grayson, Lucky Dan, and Butters have all done these weird little stretches and stuff as if they're stretching to get ready, you see that they all look over to Dorgan. All right, our Gorillian friend, you ready to go smash some kobolds and crush some goblins?
Always.
And what about you? Never caught your name. You, Besmet lady. Well, is it obvious that you're Besmet, or are you hiding it still?
I'm still hiding it. Like
Okay.
you gotta like look to see, but
Yeah.
the guy did technically like say to everybody I'm a Besmet somehow.
Well, we'll say that the commander probably didn't out you quite as easily.
Okay.
He kind of knows what to look for. Dorgan and Laura probably would have noticed pretty quickly. These other three don't really seem to notice yet. He goes, "You, other lady, I'm sorry, I don't know what are you? A dwarf or a human? You're kind of a little in between on height, honestly. I don't know which one to what to call you. What is your name?"
I like to think of myself as a dwarf. You can call me Cinder.
Ah, very well. I am Captain Grayson, the one that looks a little sneaky over there. That's Lucky Dan, and then our archer. That's Butters the archer. And of course, I see that you've already been talking with us. You've probably noticed our big Gorillian friend. That's Dorgan. And you, Velky lady, what is your name?
You may call me Laura.
Very well. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I think we should all agree that we are in this together. It's the six of us. It should be the six of us that come back, or preferably 9 of us that come back, if we can find all those who are lost. Can we be in agreement with that?
All in this together.
And we see.
So after a few moments, you see Grayson, who seems to think he's taking charge of this little group. He goes, so for the time, welcome. You can be honorary members of our mercenary group, the Graysons.
No, thank you.
Are we ready to travel?
I'm ready to
It's time
travel,
to go.
but do not consider me part of your group.
Oh, well, that's it's an interesting way to say that, but okay. Let's see. I'm going to grab these 3. I need to copy them real quick. I didn't think to put them with your group. So you guys travel for probably about 3 hours, um, almost directly west. Um, or I'm sorry, I am dummy. You guys are actually going east, not west.
So we're going west.
I thought you said west. um, yeah, you guys are going east. If you look where Dorgan is, essentially you
Title
guys,
card.
yeah, on the title card. Um, if you guys look on where Dorgan is, um, you guys are, if you guys are right about where this little S is, you're kind of going about a little bit above the E, um, towards where you're kind of starting to get into the mountains where there's a lot of these caves. Um, while you guys are traveling, you do see a few here and there, little one or two kobolds that are kind of running around the mountains, or one or two goblins that are running around the mountains. Nothing that tries to attack you guys or tries to, do anything suspicious. They do exist outside the cities, and as long as they leave others alone, they're people other kind of leave them alone as well. They don't seem like they're trying to spy on you or anything. They're almost like just little one-off tiny groups. But after about 3 or 4 hours, getting closer to noon, you guys do find yourselves outside of a cave system. Let me make sure everything actually works inside of this real quick. Did I put you guys on the wrong layer? I sure did. Hold on.
Darkness.
Yeah, hold on. I stuck you on the GM
Dark
layer instead of the
smile friend.
regular layer.
Imprisoning me.
Yes,
All that I see.
there you go. Now,
Absolute horror.
now you should be able to see. There is a side of the mountain pass over here that very clearly leads to a cave over on this side. There's a cave that goes inward. This is, according to the map, where the kobolds are supposed to be. There are. I'm gonna have one of you give me a investigation or perception check.
I'll do it, since no one else is throwing their hands out there.
It was
Sounds
my
I
perception's
wanted
a
to look
2
to
and
see if
my
I had good stuff.
investigation's a 0, so
good.
okay.
Yeah, I got 2 perception and 0 investigation.
Same Z's.
I have
20.
+5 perception,
So
0 investigation.
So with a 20, you
All
can
right.
see you can see going in and out of this cave is lots of footsteps that you can definitely tell are kobolds. They're all over the place over here. As you get closer to the cave, you see that they kind of go off like this.
So they mainly go to the left.
They're mainly going to the left or going to the right. There are some steps that kind of go over the center, but they kind of stop abruptly and go over from side to side. But you see Grayson, Butters, and Lucky Dan are all kind of looking around the outside. They seem to know these tracks too. I think there may be more kobolds here than they originally thought there were. That's a lot of tracks.
Well, not just
Isn't that
but
why
be
they have
careful.
this is a complicated mission?
Be careful of that. Just go around the left and right sides of it.
What did you say, Cinder?
Oh, I said, isn't that why this is a harder mission?
I mean, perhaps, but they thought there was like 4 or 5 kobolds that were here. Based off these tracks, I'd say there was likely a couple dozen that live here. So Dorgan, you come up over here, and you are at the very entrance to this cave here. And then the cave gets quite darker as you guys go inside. Still enough to where you can see, but yeah, you get up to about right here. How are you wanting to walk through here? Since Laura was saying walk off to the sides, and Grayson doesn't really seem to. He's your quote-unquote leader. He doesn't seem to say anything about going off to the sides or not. He either didn't.
Yeah, I listened to him. She said go to the left, right? So
yeah, she'd like to go along the left side of the wall. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
7.
A 7. So what
Why are we getting double rolls this whole time? It's weird.
It's automatically
It's a
set up like
thing that
that.
you have to turn off in the
Yeah,
settings.
you got to turn it off on your character sheet. I have it default like that because some people are having some issues with finding the advantage on some of my other games, so I just have it to where it defaults to advantage. If it does that, you just always take the one that's on the left.
Okay.
So with a 7, you start to, well, you start to kind of lose your balance a little bit as you're going over this part right here. It's not made for
How?
somebody that's
Man,
your
I
size.
walk on all fours. How the hell?
It's very thin on the sides. Um,
I see.
and as you kind of like take one of your feet and step off onto a softer part, you do see that the entire ground right there just kind of starts collapsing in towards a pit. You have not fallen in
Interesting.
yet, but you are starting to fall.
You're
You
going
s-
to
You see that
go
Butters,
robotic.
you see
There you
that
go.
Butters, Lucky Dan, and Grayson all kind of look over to you, but they don't seem to. They seem concerned, but they don't seem to rush over to try to help you at all.
Can I try to quickly catch them?
Yes, I'm gonna have you give me a whatever skill you think would best suit for dexterity for trying to save this guy.
Ah, whatever skill. That'd probably be acrobatics then.
That's what I would think. You could also try athletics if you want to, but you're a cleric, so I don't know if that's really good for you or not.
Would be
11.
great for me, man.
11.
11. Um, Dorgan, as he goes to help you, I'm going to have you also give me either an acrobatics or a athletics check.
Gotta go with athletics on that one, man.
I mean, I guess
22.
If that's what you want to go with, 22. So with the help of Laura, you are able to regain your balance and not fall inside of this pit that is here. It was about a 20 foot.
Huge. Let's go.
It was about a 20-foot deep pit, so it probably would have hurt to fall in there.
You have my thanks.
Honestly, at this point, it would be easier just to do a long jump than.
Well, Dorgan is the only one that would have trouble walking across these sides because of how large he is. But once
Yeah,
gaining
that's
his
right.
balance, he is able to go across, and the rest of you
Oh,
will be able
fuck
to
it,
go.
kobold.
Yeah, don't worry
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. After you get across, the others would probably easily be able to get across as well without doing any kind of check because they know where the safe spots on the side are now because there's a giant hole along the side there. Grayson, Lucky Dan, and Butters all stand on the outside still. They go, there's a good chance that there's other kobolds out here. If you need us, yell. But for the moment, we're going to watch the outside, make sure that we don't get pincered from the side. If an order member fell, there's a very good chance that others may.
Can
I
I
just kind of
insight
scoff
check
at them.
Can I insight check that? Because I have a sudden gut feeling that they
Yeah, I
are
wanna
going
do
to
the
really
same.
ditch us.
Yeah, go ahead and do a insight check, both of you.
Because, like, I'm already not very, trustful of people. I got an 11.
Oh, that's a natural one.
Ooh,
You're too distracted by him almost falling.
Laura, you don't
Yeah.
pick up much off of that, and Cinder, you don't really pick up a whole lot off of it either, except for the fact that they do look ready for combat, and after a moment, you do see that there are quite a few tracks all over the place. They kind of block off the walkway here, and they go. You see that Grayson looks over at Dorgan and goes, "Dorgan, here, catch this. Just keep it within the cloth." And you see that Grayson chucks over a cloth that completely covers a small round item. Says, "Now don't touch it, otherwise it'll turn to ash like the others did. That is my ore token. You have our promise that we are not going anywhere without you, my friend.
Open it up and look at it.
Yeah, I guess I'll like glance at it real quick before I put it in my bag.
So you're gonna unwrap it?
I'll just like look at the corner of it. I'm not gonna fully unwrap it. I'm just gonna like see if it looks like what it's supposed to be.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
14.
A 14. So you haven't seen one of these ore tokens before, but you do know that they are made out of some kind of magical ore. They're not like gold or silver like coins usually are. You see the edge of this small round object that is the size of a coin, like the ore tokens are, but you see that it has a golden shine to it.
Okay, now I'm gonna unwrap the whole thing.
You unwrap the whole thing, and it is just a gold coin.
Man, why did they have to do that?
You see that as you unwrap the
Why?
whole thing, Butters and Lucky Dan just run off. And Grayson
Can I
kind
grab
of
him?
yeah, go ahead and do a athletics check to try to grab Butters before he runs off, or you can try to grab Grayson. He hasn't run off yet.
I want to grab the captain.
Okay, that would be Grayson. Go ahead and do a
God damn it.
athletics check, and I'll do it against his athletics or acrobatics. Let's see, athletics. What'd you get?
Please, not one.
I got a 9.
Oh, he got a 10.
Oh.
You go to grab at him, and as you do, you grab at the bandana that is around his neck, which he apparently has loosened, and he just steps out of it. It was not tied around. He goes, sorry to do this to you, chaps, but we have to make our way towards the other one. Of course, we're going to be getting the big reward out of it, but, you know, you hear him scream, and you kind of hear it echo through the cave, "Good luck in there!" And then he runs off with the others.
Yeah, Talina, please let karmic justice hit them like a ton of bricks.
Don't worry, they'll die.
Laura,
That's who I
Dorgan,
was praying
you guys
to.
are on the other side of this here. As he yells through the thing, you hear the hiss of a kobold. Wow, those ones look a little bit more deadly.
That's
than the
so
other ones
big.
did. You hear the hiss of a kobold as he is standing in this little corner area over here, chewing
What
on
the fuck
a
are
bone.
those?
And he is going to simply stop chewing on the bone. It's a very bloody, wet-looking bone, and he's going to look at you guys and then let out a loud hiss, and you guys are going to roll initiative. Looks like our friend's already beat us to it there. He rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, I'm a
for his
barbarian, man. I gotta be ready to
One.
fuck shit up, man.
initiative. You got what?
I got a 1.
Oh no!
Natural 1.
I got a 3.
A
Holy
3.
shit.
Not bad, not bad. Come on, kobolds. Are you gonna load your character sheet or not? So I can.
Nah,
Apparently, I was the only one ready for
for
shit to go sideways, man.
Ironic, since you're the one that's being conned by them so far. You heard the echo.
In this case, I'm pretty sure I expected that.
Yeah, you heard the echo through the cave, and you already knew. Oh, echo, sound, others. All right. Apparently, it doesn't want to load my kobold, so let me pull up my other kobold sheet.
Are we fighting Veiled World kobolds now?
No. No, I just so this actually comes from this map, and these tokens actually come from a 2024 adventure, but I told it to read it as 2014, but it's not loading the sheets, so I'm assuming it's because of the 2024 freakout. So instead, I'm just going to or it's just not going to load any of my sheets. Okay, well that's fine. You know what? I've got options.
Huge.
I've got options. I have actual dice. Um, well, that's not the best for you guys, but you know what? One of you had a natural 20, so it doesn't matter too much. Dorgan, it's going to be your turn first against this kobold that you see here. Like I said, he's holding a very wet and bloody bone currently.
I'm gonna move up and try and cleave his fucking head off immediately.
Oh, jeez. I'm assuming you're not going to use your rage yet.
No.
Yeah, that's probably for the
No.
best.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
Huge.
10 slash.
And I do 10 damage.
You take out your great axe and you just instantly cleave this guy in half, and he is already dead.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to keep you guys in initiative for the moment, but you guys are out of initiative. We'll just save these rolls. I'm sure you guys love that with your lower rolls, but hey. Yeah, so you take out this kobold warrior that is here, and as you do, you see that he drops the bone that he was chewing on in this little area right here.
I'm gonna look to see if it's anyone that we were looking for. I don't remember if there were people here or not, but
There
Go
was
ahead
one.
and give me an investigation check. Cinder, if you want to go ahead and head inside
I don't
the
got
cave.
shit for investigation,
like-
man.
Yeah,
Stop over, yeah.
Yeah, that's a 6.
that's a 6. You can't tell for sure, but you do know that it is humanoid.
Yeah, there's no armor or anything. I
No,
guess, I don't
this
know.
appears to just be bones and meat. It does seem like it was probably more so a human, but you don't know for sure.
That was-
Do any of you know anything about bones and stuff?
Let me see real quick. Can I investigate it?
You absolutely can.
Alright.
You are looking at what is the corpse of somebody or something. I will say that you can do this with advantage.
19, but I'll roll again just to see if I get a 20. Nah, 19.
With a 19, you can tell that these are most definitely the bones of a human. You don't see anything around here that signifies that they were a member of the order or not. But you do notice that things such as clothing, armor, and anything like that have been removed from what was part of this body here. Almost like anything that was of value or potential value was taken off of it before it was cooked and then eaten.
Okay, so is the armor and stuff laying about here then?
No, it does not seem to be laying about here.
Okay, so there must be like a trash pile of where they toss all the clothing and materials on there. So maybe if we keep looking, we'll find evidence either of the person or the person themselves.
You do know that there is a direction.
What direction should we go?
Yes, so you do
Left
have 2
or right?
directions.
Actually, okay, so can I try to perception check to see if I can listen to any kobold sounds from either way?
Yes, go ahead and do that for me.
$18.
You don't hear much to the left. You do hear what could be either the sounds of kobolds or something of one nature or another off towards the path that is to the right. You just hear little echoes that sound like some kind of movement.
Okay, I do hear something coming from this room. Could be kobolds, could be the person, or both. So, Dorian, if you'd like to lead, or Dorgan, if you'd like to lead the way,
I'm gonna keep doing
I'll-
that.
Yeah, I think
I'll take-
that's best that I take front.
I'll take the middle, and if you don't mind, Cinda holding up the rear.
Can do that.
Perfect.
Oh, just so you know, if we ever see those guys again, I am now honor bound to kill them by the laws of my
jeez.
clan because they betrayed me.
Fantastic.
I would like to ask, is there a way that we can at least just capture them and then take them to be judged?
I have to kill them.
Yeah.
Like, because they betrayed me, it is now like they have insulted my clan, so I have to kill them now.
You can't insult a man's clan.
I mean, that's understandable. Fair enough.
I will say also with your perception check that you were also looking around, you do see the smears of somewhat fresher blood that goes off to the left.
So I can apparently see the kobold now.
You can. There is a kobold that is up here that seems to be,
Distracted?
yeah, he's not quite paying close attention to you. The thing with the echo is once it gets to about right here, it's kind of hard to tell where that echo comes from or even what the heck it is. I would say that you could probably get a little closer before he notices you. He seems to be kind of staring off at this wall right here. He's looking at something there, presumably something that is hanging on the wall.
Okay,
I'm gonna go
I
ahead
will
and throw
move
another
here
turn
and
for
see.
them for when it's needed. Okay.
If you want, I could kill it real quick.
I mean, if you want to, go for it, man. I'm cool.
Okay.
If you want to kill it, go for it, man. If you fail, I'll finish it off. Don't worry.
All right. So
Actually,
from
that might work
here,
because he doesn't know we're here. So if you got ranged attacks,
I was gonna say. So from here, I'm quickly going to do a Hunter's Mark on the kobold,
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
and then pulling out my light crossbow. Do I have advantage because it hasn't seen us yet?
I will say, give me a stealth roll to see how close you get without him noticing. We'll see if he notices you once the hunter's mark magic kind of goes off or not.
He can feel his imminent death approaching, and he's
21.
like, oh shit.
What'd you get?
Maybe he can't feel his imminent
20.
death.
Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, 21.
21. Yes, you will get to attack with advantage.
While they're distracted by the kobold, I want to be able to get my axe and sword ready.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Shawinkinloso. I'm not sure how to say your name, but I appreciate it.
That's a 16.
Oh, it's a bot.
Yeah, I was just reading
Tragic.
it. You know what? Let him stay in here. It's fine.
I mean, whatever. It's still a follow.
Yeah, keep the view.
Yeah, keep the view. I ain't gonna do nothing about it.
16.
A 16 to hit. A 16 does hit.
All right, so arrow roll plus this mark roll. So that's going to be 5 damage.
5 damage. All right. You hit him for 5 damage, and then you guys are now in initiative, which will, of course, start with Dorgan. Dorgan, this kobold just took a hit. As he takes a hit, you hear him lets out a scream.
I'm gonna run up and cut his fucking head off again. I'll do it again. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20, that'll probably hit the level 1 kobold.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
10. Oh, holy fuck. 10 damage again.
God dang. Yeah, you see that
Cleaved.
when you go to strike this guy,
Holy fuck, there's a lot of kobolds up there.
you strike him with such force that it just takes his head clean off, and he's done. He's dead. He's dead as dicks. He's
Hell yeah.
absolutely gone. However, up further ahead, you do see some other kobolds that may have noticed this interaction and are hissing and looking at you now.
Good. Let them.
I imagine he's like Battle Beast from Invincible, where he's like, "Ah, finally, a fight that will quench my thirst for battle."
Yeah. Let them come.
And are you going to continue to move at all, or are you going to stay right where you're at?
How much did I move?
Oh,
from right
so
here?
if you click on your token,
15 feet.
I figured out if you click on your token and push E, it'll show you where you were before you moved. And then if you push E again, it'll disappear.
That must not have worked for me.
You gotta have your
Or
token.
I must have done too much stuff.
If you have your token highlighted, push E. You were right here, so you've moved.
Yeah,
5, 10,
I'm doing
50,
that.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's just me that can do it then, as the DM. You've moved 15 feet so far, so you still have another 15 feet to move.
Oh, fuck yeah, I can hit this guy.
Well, next turn you can.
I can't, yeah. I don't know if it's wise to move myself directly in front of all of them.
It depends. I mean, you can always rage next turn, but they do have a turn before that.
Yeah, probably best if you stay out of the way and let them come to us.
Alright.
Yeah, I assume you let your new companions know that you see others.
Yeah, there's a big-ass group of them ahead of us. There's like 5 of them.
Let them come to us.
Alright, I'll move back 15 feet again, so now I am back where I started.
Interesting. It is the kobold's turn. That kind of fucks them a little bit. 5, 10,
Yes, it
15,
does.
20, 25. This one's going to come down here. This one's going to come right here. 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one's only going to make it to here. Actually, I'm going to say he goes to here. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That one's going to go there. And all 4 of them are going to take sling shots. Let me grab some dice.
As a reaction, I'm making one of their slingshots with disadvantage.
Ooh, interesting. All right.
As I use this.
Let's see. Blessed Chosen, starting at level 1, you can assert your divine will to protect your allies. When an ally within 30 feet of you that can see you attacks, or when an enemy that is within 30 feet of you attacks one of your allies, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll before it hits or misses. They are definitely within 30 feet of you, I believe. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, one of these 2 up here is definitely within 30 feet. One of them is, let's see who they're going to attack first. Let's see. Okay.
I would imagine it's me, probably.
3 of them are definitely going to go for Dorgan, and one of them is going to go for Lara. But one of the ones going against Dorgan will get disadvantage on this roll. That is an 8, so that is 9,
Not going to hit.
which is not going to hit. The other one that's attacking Dorgan, or the other 2, one is going to get a 15 and one gets a 11.
Both of those hit.
All right.
I have no armor.
Wait, the 11 hits?
I have no armor.
He's a barbarian with no
No,
armor.
0.
What's your con?
My AC is 10.
No, that cannot be because your AC, because you are unarmored, means that your AC is based off of your dex and your con combined.
That's true. So it should.
What do you?
let's see.
How do
So
I determine
you should
that?
have higher than 10.
Yeah, I wonder why it's not doing that. 10 is the base. That's like if you had.
Oh, so that's got to be wrong then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, what are your dex and con modifiers?
Yeah. See.
14 and 15.
Well, the modifier would
Yeah,
be the.
so then you should have a 14.
Yeah.
Then you should have an AC of 14.
Yeah. The modifier would be the two right there. So your armor class
Oh,
is
okay.
10 plus your dexterity plus your constitution. Um, you
Yeah.
can use a shield and
So it should
skill
be
So
for
14.
benefit. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why it's not.
I can edit my armor class, so I can just put it at 14.
Yeah, I would just do that. I don't know why it's not doing that. I wonder if that's something you do have to automatically do. So one of those is not going to hit. One of those is going to hit. The one that hits is a whole whopping 3 damage to you, though. It's not a whole lot.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's a. Okay, so apparently roll 20 doesn't take an armored defense into account. Well, that's dumb. Thank you,
Yeah, I guess
Chris
it's a
V
good thing you knew that.
for pointing that out as well. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they wouldn't because that's kind of
Yeah,
that's kind of
like
the
when you
whole
said
gimmick of
11
your.
and he said that that hits, like that was totally like, what the hell did he build?
Yeah, I I wasn't thinking about that myself. I was like, okay, he says to hit it. I guess it hits. Then I was like, wait a minute, no. At first, I was thinking, well, maybe
Well,
he
yeah, I
just
mean,
didn't.
fuck, man, I don't know.
I was thinking at first maybe he just didn't stat himself very good towards a barbarian, and we'd have to figure that out later. But that was like, wait, no, because unless he's 0 for con, which would be wild to have at level 1, you definitely should have something. So yeah, one of those hits you for 3, but the other one misses. And then the one that is going to aim towards Lara is going to be. Well, let me make sure actually real quick. Let's see. So that one was 30. That one was 25. That one would. Okay, so this one right here is going to be the one that has to be the one that hits on you. Or, well, tries to hit on you, I should say. That's only going to be a 6 on the die, and so that's definitely not going to hit you.
Yeah, no.
The wonderful thing about clerics, they have a little bit more AC than you would think they do. And that is going to be all of the kobolds. That is all, quote unquote, 5 that Dorgan counted. But hey, you know what? He's a gorilla.
Fuck him up.
Laura, it is now your turn.
Bonus action Hunter's Mark on that one right there.
Alrighty.
And then
And also, I would like to point out, I said there's like 5 or something.
That is true. You did say there's like 5 or something.
19.
Why is it not
Damn.
showing the... Oh, that's weird. It's not showing the other ones. I'll just do that. You said how much? 19?
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Alright, so bow damage. Damn.
Man, we need to get you a better crossbow.
Or better set
Hunter's
of
Mark
dice.
damage. 6.
So a total of 6, you said?
7.
7. Okay, that is enough. You take out this kobold.
Yeah.
That kobold
Huge.
goes down. Of course, your hunter's mark returns to you and can be applied next round as well. I'm just going to
And going to hide behind the monkey.
Fair enough. Cinder, it is finally your turn.
Nice.
I don't even think Cinder can see them from her
10.
ankle.
Yeah, I can't. 5, 10, 15, 20. Fuck yeah, 25, 30.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
That's exactly the same thing I said last time.
Alright, and then
Just
I'm gonna
enough
go.
movement to hit.
When a melee
Swing,
person
swing.
has just enough movement, it's like Christmas.
15.
A 15 will hit. What are you attacking with there?
That's my
Sit-
sword.
Oh.
Oh. People can definitely do some sort of perception checks.
Yeah. Dorgan or Lara, as she's attacking, do you think you're paying attention to how she's doing this attack? I assume Lara would at least.
As a warrior class, probably.
I will have both of you give me a perception check real quick. And then Cinder, what was your damage for that longsword hit?
3.
3? Okay.
Fuck.
11.
God, I'm so stupid. Fuck.
I'm gonna say that probably neither one of you are gonna notice anything particular. Just that she's swinging a sword in it.
I mean, she drew that sword pretty quickly.
Well, I drew it when you guys weren't paying attention. You were distracted by the kobolds before we went to initiative.
No home.
That's fair. Oh.
Why do I keep being
dumb.
Anyway, my second swing. Nat 20.
That's crazy.
Whoa! That was your what? Your hand axe?
Yeah, so 3 plus. Did I roll 2 3s? Wait, no, I gotta roll it again, right?
No, it rolls automatically.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
so it's
3
3
plus
and
the
3.
3.
Wow, why did I. Okay, yeah. So 9 total damage.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it like that. That's interesting. 9 total damage. Either way, that is
Wait,
enough.
isn't 3 plus 3 6?
It is.
Plus the other 3
Yeah,
from my
it's
first one. That's
yeah, it's
all
your
total.
your roll plus another roll plus proficiency. But either way, that is enough. Non-canonically, Cinder's hand axe is a smaller replica of Dorgan's great axe. It's a collector's version.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Dorgan, you see Cinder takes out a very tiny great axe, as you probably would know it to be. You don't know about these smaller weapons. That doesn't make sense to you. And
Yeah, why would someone want something small when they could have something big?
Cinder takes off half of the head of this kobold with a nice clean slash, spraying probably the kobold behind them with blood.
Good. That's what they get.
We
They
gotta
shouldn't have
we
been
gotta
born
keep
if they
the
didn't
blood
like it.
spray.
Yeah, to this kobold, like the one that's now in front of me, I'll lift my head enough so like any light like catches my like golden eyes, and I grin with like my sharp teeth, like you're next.
Oh no!
You have no idea.
Dorgan, it is your turn. You just saw Cinder definitely prove her worth in battle, and
Yeah, this
Laura,
quiet one just like comes up from behind and just like whomp.
and Laura has also more than proven their worth in battle compared to your former compatriots. You're
The
probably
ones that ran, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably pretty pumped right now.
I'm gonna attack this guy
The one that's directly to your right.
against the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. you run up gorilla style on all fours and then pull out your great axe. He's shooting himself.
15.
A 15 will hit.
6 damage.
6 damage. He is still standing.
Crippled shoulder.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can get the
I
guy.
technically have 5 feet I could move, but I'm not. Well,
If you
maybe
did,
I will move 5 feet.
depending
I'll
on
do
where-
this. That way I'm not pinned between 2 people.
You will get an opportunity attack from one of them though.
Oh,
One
maybe
that-
I should just stay in between the 2 people.
Well, it depends. Do you want an opportunity attack or do you want potential of 2 attacks with advantage? Whichever you
Disengage
think.
has to be an action, right? Not a bonus
for
action.
you, yes. It can be a bonus action, but usually for other
Ah!
classes. What say you? What say you?
I'm just gonna stand here and take it. Fuck it.
Alrighty. That's probably pretty good because you were already flanked and the opportunity attack would have been with advantage anyways. These 2 are going to attack you in a little bit of a panic. The first one is not going to hit even with advantage. That was only a 6 and a 10. Shout out to my
Huge.
shout out to my single digit dice, which is always a thing.
10 is a double digit, bro.
Yeah, well, the other one was single. 10 might as well be a single digit with the way that it hits for attacks.
I don't know, man. I've been slicing people up with
One is going to get a
10 damage,
16,
bro.
though.
Oh well.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to. Get
He doesn't hurt.
Try to get this stupid thing to. That's not what I needed.
It's fine. It doesn't hurt. It's all good.
A 16 does 2 hurt. This might only tickle
No, it
a
doesn't.
little. Trying to.
A
Okay,
16
yeah.
would immediately murder me if he got that much damage.
Well, yes. Luckily, they are not going to do that kind of damage. He just attacks with a little dagger. It's going to be 1d4 plus some damage on top of that. 5 damage to you.
Damn,
Yeah, still
he's
hurts a
actually
little
kind of
bit.
cooking.
That was the one that had 1 hit point left that did that hit. After that, well, they would have had, even without flanking, they would have had advantage from that. They get advantage on attack rolls against a creature with at least one of the kobold's allies within 5 feet. So either way, they would have gotten advantage on that, flanking on or off.
Okay,
And
it's fine that I just stood there then.
this one is going to kind of move up this way a little bit, and then this way is going to move like this a little bit.
That don't matter, they're fucked anyway.
They're going to stay like that. And then, Laura, it is your turn again.
Alright, poking my head out.
I am bleeding profusely. Actually, I don't even know if anyone would be able to tell because my fur is painted like blood. So
I mean, as a healer, I can definitely tell a bit.
Yeah, she can probably smell it.
15, 20, 25.
bro on top
And-
only has 1 hit point. If you're curious.
I'm not. So, we are going to cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, huge.
Dorgan, it is
Oof.
just as honorable to heal your opponents or to heal your allies as it is to fight beside them. Although healing magic is not something that you're used to receiving. Although in the future of Telpha, we know that Gorillians eventually get really, really good with magic, so much so that something has to be done about it. As of right now, they are still
So that's like
pretty
a
new to
special
magic.
occasion. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, this
Magic.
is
That's
yeah,
crazy.
this is probably your first time getting healed by magic. And you are healed for 5 hit points.
Oh, what was the first one then? Fuck.
Oh wait.
Oh, it did it automatically. Oh, I didn't realize
Oh
that.
yeah, okay. So the first it was 8 that you were healed by, not 5. It was just once.
Yeah, that brought me all the way back up to full.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
I didn't realize when I cast it.
Yeah,
it
so
does it
that
automatically
would be
anyway.
why all of the people in my tribe are like full of scars, because
Probably.
healing magic basically doesn't exist as far as we're concerned.
Ooh, yeah. Give me just a second.
What?
I thought I disconnected for a second.
Yeah. Spooky, scary silence.
Yeah. Hey, Mumble.
Do 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 do.
I think it's been more than 1 second, if I'm being honest here. I don't know about that,
I mean, honestly, maybe they time freezed.
I think you're the only one that can do that.
So just wait till I get the full time stop.
Criminal.
All right, I'm back. One of my kids had opened at the door. I was trying to see if they needed something.
Gotcha.
Yes. So let's see, Laura, you heal Dorgan up pretty well. Dorgan, you notice that you've had, a couple little marks on you. One was a little a little gash that was on your chest from a rock from a sling, but then another was a pretty decent little stab and slash across your gut from a dagger. But you kind of look down as you feel this magic go across you, and you see both your wounds just fade away. They just kind
What
of
is
undo
this?
themselves.
What is this? What the hell? What
I
happened?
told you, I'm a healer.
Witch!
now, now you don't hate magic. You just don't know how to use magic.
No, I didn't actually
Uh,
scream witch. That was just
In fact,
many thanks.
the fact that someone can use magic to do such a thing probably piques your curiosity a little bit and might even impress you some.
Yes, very interesting. That is very interesting.
Cinder, it is
Especially
now
since
your
I've
turn
never
again.
seen it.
Well, I'm gonna give a good ol' 5, 10, 15, 20 and go, hello, boys. And I'm just gonna give a good ol' sword swing to this one.
Ho ho, with
Finish him
He's
off.
advantage.
dead as long as you hit.
22,
22 might hit.
4,
4 damage, you kill that
Cooked.
one.
and then just twist and give a good ol' hand axe to the other one with a nat 20.
Oh my god.
You and the
Again.
nat 20s with that hand axe. That's nothing new
So for
when you
6 damage.
Yeah, man, these axes are good, man, I'm telling you.
she got lots of nat 20s with a hand axe in her first play with Cinder during the old Telpha campaign. It was
Yeah, look, I'm keeping it. It's because my cat just laid next to me again. I'm telling you, she's like,
it's got to
good
be
luck.
it. The nat
Hell
20
yeah.
counter for hand axes is now at 1. Or 2 actually. I think you got it.
2, yeah.
2. We got 2. for
Two in the
hand
first
axe.
encounter.
Yeah, right. So you hit that one for 6. You don't kill this one, but you do seriously hurt this one as well.
I'd say
No,
at
don't
this
worry.
point,
He's
like,
fucked.
my hood might have fallen off at this point. So if you guys, you obviously see I'm Besmet now.
Oh yes, you
I
see
don't
the-
know what that
you
is,
see-
apparently, because I'm a gorilla.
Yeah, to you it's just another one of the races you haven't met yet.
Yep.
But she does have.
Although
horns.
that might actually be refreshing for you, because that means like I have no opinion on you being Besmet. Like it does
True,
not
yeah.
matter to me.
Dorgan's first thoughts aren't, oh, why the hell do they have those horns? Dorgan's first thoughts are probably, those horns probably make a great weapon.
Yeah, those are some nice horns. I bet you could hit someone with those and it'd probably not feel good.
And Dorgan, it is now your turn again. If you attack this guy, well, you don't have to, but if you attack this guy, you'll have advantage.
I'm going to. It might not hit him.
Oh, even with advantage.
7? Oh no, I got a 10 then.
Oh, well, a 10 still doesn't hit.
Oh, okay.
You're very distracted by the magic that happened to you and that the person has weapons atop their head. This kobold does a little Dark Soul style roll. Gets the iframes to where the hit doesn't hurt them.
Okay.
But hey, you know what? Nice try. It's going to be the kobold's turn. He's going to take his dagger, and he's going to take a slash at Cinder now.
I will pose disadvantage with that.
Oh, it's a good thing you did because they rolled a 16.
That matches.
Instead, they get a 15.
Yeah, no.
No hit. Yeah, you see the dagger. What part of your body do you think he bounces the dagger off of?
My left arm.
Yeah, you see that the dagger goes towards the left arm. It should have been a hit and gone through the arm. Instead, you see it bounces off, and he just goes, "Huh?"
Yeah, she doesn't even really seem to react to it hitting her.
And then Laura, it is your turn again.
Moving the hunter's mark onto this kobold
Oh no!
and fire.
19 to hit, 1 damage.
16.
16 to hit will hit.
So, regular arrow damage.
Oh lordy.
Oh shit, he actually
And
did
then
6 this
Hunter's
time.
Mark damage.
This boy's cooked.
10.
Where do you want to shoot this kobold to kill them?
Since they're facing Cinder, through the eye, through the other eye.
Oh. Yeah, you see that they're facing Cinder. Cinder, you see that both of this kobold's eyes have been replaced by a crossbow bolt.
Jeez.
And also,
You probably got some blood spray from that.
I was about to say, also
Yeah,
in
she
this,
doesn't seem to care.
also in the spirit of the last Telpha campaign, Cinder gets some blood on her. That also happened quite a few times.
So bad. It wasn't just blood, it was viscera.
True.
Yeah.
True. This time at least.
Oh,
it's
dude,
only
that's gonna happen so much.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have no idea.
blood.
Like,
gotta-
No, I do.
rage
I
mode,
have an idea.
when I
We
go into
gotta keep
rage
the
finally,
tradition
I'm gonna be
alive.
covered in fucking blood and awful and shit.
Don't come anywhere near me.
And you guys are now out of initiative.
Oh, did we kill everybody?
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Now you have.
Ooh,
of course,
treasure chest.
You have, of course, the way back to the left that you can explore as well. But you also have this area over here. This area over here appears to be a sleeping area for the kobolds. There are tons of little mats where kobolds would rest, but not as many kobolds were here as there were mats. You do know that some of these, we'll say that some of these bones that you see on the ground are actually the remains of a kobold, probably from where this forged order person did manage to take some down beforehand. In the middle, however, is a pile of stuff, which includes, I put a token down just so you guys could tell that's what it was, some loot and some stuff that is inside of this little pile here.
Okay, before we go anywhere into it, let's investigate it to make sure it's not trapped like that fucking trap hole near the front.
Fair.
Go ahead and investigation or perception check to check out this trap, or not this trap, this treasure.
Oh, so I know it. But I rolled a 7.
You look around, you don't see anything that gives you the impression that it is trapped. It's just a big old pile of stuff. In fact, most of it.
I'm
isn't
gonna
even treasure,
start
it's
digging
most-
through it. I
most
just
of it
wanna
isn't
see if
even
there's
treasure,
anything
it's mostly
interesting.
junk. You find a wheel of a cart. You find some shirts, some little pieces of armor, such as leather, a couple little daggers, nothing too important. Go ahead and give me a perception or investigation check as well as you're digging through this.
Where's my perception?
It's not trapped, but I'm looking for things.
Okay, 5.
A 5. You start digging through.
22.
You throw a couple things that don't really interest you. You're mostly looking for material or food or survival stuff, weapons, things like that. Things like this vase that looks like it might be worth a bit of money. Now you throw that off to the side. It crashes on the floor and breaks. You find what looks like a little chunk of a emerald. You just kind of chuck that off to the side as well. It doesn't really
Yeah, fuck
catch
that.
your attention.
What?
You find an amulet, you see that, jewelry, who cares? You chuck that off to the side as well. But you do find a another great axe. This one is not any different than yours, but it does look like it was made by another race.
Okay. I guess I can take it with just because maybe I can get it sharpened or something.
Yeah, there you go. You can have a second great axe.
Can I dual wield great axes?
You can't
Actually,
right now,
there.
but maybe in
I was
the
gonna say
future.
there is a feed actually that lets you wield
Wait, seriously?
two-handed weapons single-handedly. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously?
There is a feed for
And
that.
How
as
do
a-
I get that?
as a
What do
gr-
I have to do?
As a Gorillian, that is definitely something that I feel like would be right up your alley.
I feel like that's awesome.
I'm gonna add another great axe to your thing. You'll probably see 2 great axe attacks pop up in your thing. They should be exactly the same. Yeah, that's always something that, as a Gorillian, was something I was like, you know what? We might eventually need to get this guy this feat.
But yeah,
I
so
agree. I agree.
can I collect that emerald and necklace? And with a 22, what else do I find in this trash pile?
So you don't find much else inside this trash pile, but with that perception check, you are going to be able to tell that this emerald is a real emerald. So you now have an emerald that you have collected, and this amulet is one that you recognize as a forged order amulet.
See, I knew we were gonna find
Oh.
something. So that's the remains of that one guy.
Yes,
What is this over here?
that is a door.
So
It is a makeshift
Yeah,
Oh
door.
shit.
we're just gonna pocket that emerald, but then we'll put the forged order token like kind of neatly on like a part of her sash.
I'm gonna kick this fucking door open.
Oh, geez, go ahead and give me a athletics check.
I 12.
A 12. You are not able to kick it all the way off. It is kind of made out of a little bit of stone and some other materials, but you do loosen it to where it actually opens up.
Fuck yeah. Enemies, let's go. I love it. Fuck yeah.
You see inside of this
What
room.
is that thing?
Yeah.
What is that thing?
You see inside of this room 2 kobolds.
Is that a dinosaur?
And some thing. This appears to be.
Oh, it's so cute.
It
Aww.
appears to be a
Oh,
copper
that thing's
dragon
gotta
worm.
die.
It is a little
What is
baby
it?
copper dragon.
Oh, we are
buddy
adopting the
is
shit out of
fucked.
it. We are adopting the shit out of it.
You see that it is actually still nestled up inside of its egg that it broke out of. It's probably only a couple days old.
We are adopting the fuck out
I'm
of it.
assuming they heard me kick the door open.
Oh, absolutely. They turned
So,
toward you guys. All of you guys can roll a new initiative now.
Nat 20 again.
My God.
Let's
Let's see
go.
if I get another nat 1.
Fuck yeah.
No, but I got a 4.
I got a 15 this time.
Oh, huge. Not completely screwed this time.
Go ahead and hopefully this thing will.
Kobolds get a 3.
fucking load for some reason. There it goes. Okay. Let's see. All right. The copper dragon is going to roll into initiative.
Oh, it's an enemy? Fuck.
Well, you don't know that yet.
Well, no, we can treat it like a pet. Just we have to get to it first.
And let's roll some initiatives. Copper dragon gets a 9. And the kobolds get a 12. Cinder,
Okay.
he didn't roll very good on initiative that turn either. Dorgan, it is your turn first. It does not look like this copper dragon wormling. You have definitely seen dragons before. Also, another change from how people who know Telpha before, dragons are still a thing. They exist. They are not super populated like they were before they went extinct, but they do exist. People mostly leave them alone, and they mostly leave them alone for the most part. It seems that these kobolds must have gotten a hold of a dragon egg at some point in time.
Alright, I don't really think I need to rage for this, so I'm just gonna run my happy ass in there and try and kill this first guy.
Alrighty. Yeah, you go up against this guy. The copper dragon wormling doesn't really seem to be paying much attention to you at the moment.
Good. I've got 3 great axes in my inventory now, actually. I think maybe you gave me too many?
Oh, I might have. Yeah, don't worry about it. You might have also
I
already
don't
had
think
another
that. So I don't hit them. I just like go right over their head or some shit.
Yeah, that does not hit.
Or they both duck.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely both duck. They go, whoop, whoop. Apparently they're clowns now. Let's be honest, they are. Laura, it is now your turn. You just saw Dorgan go running in after saying, "What the hell is that thing?"
Yeah, so 10. Well, I can see the baby dragon from back here, and it's like,
Yes.
that is so damn adorable. So firstly, we are going to actually our feline agility to double our movement speed. And since we have the crossbow away, we are then going to draw out the mace.
Oh ho!
Going to
Melee time.
go right on in here. Go in here. And bonus action, putting Hunter's Mark on this kobold. And smack with advantage. For 15.
15 will hit.
Oh my lord.
So, mace damage. And then Hunter's Mark damage. For a total of 6.
Good golly. 6 damage. This thing is really hurt.
1 HP. 1 HP.
He's figured out the math.
Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. It is now the Kobold Warrior's turn. You see one of them is going to turn towards the Copper Wormling and is going to shout a bunch at it and throw a rock at its head. You see it just bounces off, and he's pointing over towards the Gorillian and shouting in some kind of draconic sounding language. This one is going to turn towards Dorgan and with advantage is going to try to stab at him. That is going to be a
No
18
pain,
to
no
hit.
gain. Yeah, that hits.
It's for another 5 damage. They keep rolling really good on their d4. The other one is going to turn towards Lara and is going to shout and chuck a little rock at the dragon wormling, point at Lara, and then he's going to attack with his dagger.
They can't
And
even agree on the orders to give the dragon.
I
man.
will give it disadvantage at attacking me.
Does it work for giving it to yourself? Because I thought it said on there was if they attack an ally.
Oh, one of your allies. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
That's okay though, because it's only a 12 to hit, which turns
This is-
into a 15 to hit for them.
This is 16 AC, baby.
Yeah, that cleric AC.
And I just need plate.
Can't stop the heals if you can't hit the heals. After that, it is the Copper Dragon Wormling's turn. Let's check something out real quick.
Out of curiosity, I can't out of reaction offer it an apple, can I?
You know what? I will say that you can.
It probably likes
God.
that more than getting a rock thrown at its fucking head. So
You
Fair.
know what? It probably does. But let's see based off these rolls. That gave you advantage, or gave it advantage for this little roll I was doing real quick. You see that the Copper Dragon Wormling stands up and rushes over to Laura and greedily eats the apple. It is then going to move up to right here. As it does move this way, Dorgan, of course, it's not an ally or an enemy at the moment that you know of. So you could technically attack it with an opportunity attack if you wanted to.
No.
no, I'll wait until it decides what it's gonna do.
I was going to say, knowing the way that your tribe works, one, seeing that one of your allies was offering food to it, and seeing as it did not directly try to attack you guys, you don't attack. You don't fight with things that don't want to fight, at least to an extent. So, not knowing what this is
I mean, I
like.
didn't really ask these kobolds' opinions, I guess.
I mean, no, but you do know that the kobolds have been fighting things. But the other thing is with the Gorillians, especially on their island, they probably, I mean, they hunt the animals and stuff like that, but they probably still treat them with respect. And you can see that these things
Oh,
aren't
well, yeah.
treating it with respect.
Yeah.
This dragon is
Yeah,
going to
throwing
go
the
up-
rock at it gave me that impression.
This dragon is going to go up to this side, and it is going to do a thing real quick. Ooh, that's interesting. Let me. I got to do a roll. I need a couple things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy Jesus. You see that this copper dragon kind of looks back and forth to you guys. He finishes eating the apple. He licks his lips. And then you see he takes in a deep breath. And as he exhales, you see a line of acid comes flying out of his mouth at these two kobolds, dealing to both of them, as they both failed the check for it, a total of 16 damage.
Oh, fuck.
And
Instantaneous death.
both the kobolds just melt away covered in this acid. You see them screaming and everything, and the copper dragon wormling just kind of does a little. It almost looks like a little T-Rex at this point. It doesn't quite have its wings yet, and you see it just dances back and forth on both of its feet as it lets out a little tiny, almost roar that sounds like a little dog or kitten trying to howl, or it did.
Oh,
As it
oh,
kills
such
off
a good little
your two
Cairo.
enemies. Afterwards, it is Cinder's turn. Each of you guys have one turn before initiative potentially ends. Cinder, do you want to move and see what the hell is going on in here?
Yeah, I finally just finally get to saunter in with just, resting my axe on my shoulder, and I just walk in and see two melted kobolds and a baby dragon just kind of chirping, and I just go, huh, okay then.
And then
It was such a good Cairo.
Cinder, Dorgan, or Lara, I assume I know the answer to this already, but are any of you going to attack the dragon wormling?
Oh no.
No.
I'm giving it chin scratches.
Yeah, after some of the acid drips off of its chin, you give it little scratches. You hear it chirps a little more. It has a couple bruises and a couple little missing scales. It seems as though these kobolds have not been treating this thing very well. But it does not seem to attack you. In fact, the moment that it noticed you were attacking the kobolds, it decided to help you guys out.
Wasn't that a cute little thing?
I'm gonna name it Cairo.
Cairo.
What? It's a name of a victorious battlemaster.
I'm not sure exactly how you spell that, but I'm going to assume you spell it this way.
Kyro, probably.
Actually, I was going to spell it.
Oh, Cairo, Egypt. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oof.
Boom. You have named this baby dragon Cairo. You guys are now out of initiative. It does not seem to want to hurt you guys. In fact, it looks to looking like it wants another apple.
I will give it another apple. It is such a good. Actually, hang on. Let's check if it's a boy or a girl.
It is a boy.
Oh, such a good boy.
Excuse me.
You said it's missing scales, correct?
Yes, it has a couple missing scales, a couple little cuts and bruises on it. It definitely does not look like it has been treated well.
I'm
In
gonna
fact,
I'm
one
gonna
of its
go back
eyes
out to.
are closed. You assume it has been damaged extensively.
I'm gonna go out to this room and pick up some of the bones, and I'm gonna fasten a little bit of like slightly armor to cover up the spots where his scales are missing.
Oh. Dorgan, go ahead and give me a history check real quick. You can do this-
History?
yes, with
What
advantage.
the hell? Where the fuck is history?
I'm gonna wait for both of them to be distracted by the dragon to put my sword away.
18. Apparently, it didn't matter that I'm stupid.
Hi, Julius. Thanks for watching the stream. What'd you say you got?
With advantage, you said I got 18.
18. So, although your tribe hasn't really partaken in it too much, you do know that other tribes have actually gone into the practice of keeping pets or keeping animals that they will use in their battles and things like that. It's not necessarily. Some of them think that this shows weakness because they're using others to fight for them. Your tribe, although they haven't really gotten the practice down of doing it, they don't see it as degrading. They see it as being more connected to nature and to the animals that are around, showing that they have an equal respect for nature that they come from.
Hell yeah.
So, seeing as this thing isn't trying to attack you guys, it actually helped you out. You probably would be a little fond of this creature right away. You don't think of it as food.
For sure, for
At least
sure.
not yet. I mean,
I don't know, I feel like most people probably don't eat dragon generally, so.
I mean, hey, you never know. I have a feeling
This is true.
I have a feeling it'd be a very tough and stringy meat to eat. It'd be very.
I'm thinking dragon would be like moose, so it's like very game.
Yeah, probably. I always think for some reason of eating alligator. I've had alligator
I was about to
jerky
say,
before.
Alligator
I've
tastes just
eaten
like
gator.
chicken, man.
Yeah, I've eaten gator, and it probably tastes like gator.
Yeah, so you guys have cleared out the enemies that are inside this area. You do know that there's still that path to the left, but currently you guys are inside this room. Inside this room, there is the shells of a dragon egg that was very metallic and copper in color. You do know that this is a copper dragon or a copper dragon wormling. It looks as though it's only at the most a week old. It hasn't been around for very long. Um, One of its eyes is closed shut with some dried blood on it, and it does have a little bit of damage to it, but nothing too crazy. And
Could I do
Does
a
anyone
medicine check
speak
on it?
Draconic?
No.
what were you wanting to do, Laura?
A medicine check on it.
Yes. Go ahead. You can do a medicine check.
And I'm going to guidance myself.
Ooh.
So that's it. The D4. So that is going to. Hang on. 14 plus 5 plus 3. So that's about a 2.
All right. So with that, you were able to tell that this eye is beyond saving. Unfortunately, it has been damaged and he will be blind in one eye. But eventually, it might heal up to where he can at least open it. He'll be kind of cool looking with a one eye. Maybe it'll make him a cool little eye patch or something. Otherwise, the other damage to him is nothing too major. It is stuff that will all heal over time. It's just you can tell that these kobolds have probably beat it with sticks or continuously thrown rocks at it. It is not super nourished at the moment. They haven't been feeding it very well. But it will live and it will eventually make a full recovery minus the eye.
Okay, so then taking some of the cloth that's from the pouches over here, gonna use that as like makeshift bandages to help also cover up some of the wounds.
Yes. And within this room, you find a bit of food and quite a lot of alcohol. Nothing else that is super. Most of the rest of it is just junk.
Okay. But then, once the dragon's treated, collecting the egg shards.
Ooh, okay. So you're collecting some shards of the shell.
Hmm.
Awesome. All right, you collect up probably a good 3 or 4 good pieces of it.
Okay.
I am going to sit down on the floor, lay down, and pass out until they tell me to move, because that's how we recover from in my tribe, I guess.
Aha. So you're gonna do yourself a little short rest.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I mean, do we want to short rest in here?
It's a pretty secure.
Well, I don't know if I'm like legit doing it or not. That's up to you guys.
Do you want to short rest? I guess is the better question.
Cinder's
I mean,
perfectly fine.
I'm a
She's
little
just kind
bit
of
hurt.
leaning
so-
up against the wall, just waiting.
I'm a little bit hurt, so yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I would say you guys probably get the idea that you are safe within this room if you wanted to.
All right. Then, since we're gonna short rest in here, I'm gonna collect as much food around this room as possible,
Ah, yes.
and then kind of guesstimate how much a malnourished copper dragon's gonna need. Obviously, don't want to overfeed him and make him sick.
You would assume that he probably would need what would equal to one medium animal's worth of like weight in order to get a full meal without overeating.
So then, probably just about all the food that's in this room.
Probably a good chunk of it, yeah. I'd say you'd probably give him about 2/3 of what you find in here.
Okay.
If you give him that much, of course.
Well, yeah, we'll give him that much, and let's see here. Yeah, I'll give him also some of my water too.
Yeah, you give him some of the water. You see he drinks it up very eagerly and scarfs down the food. It's like when you give a dog like a treat that is definitely something they should chew, but they maybe take one bite out of it and then swallow it whole. He does that for just about all the food that you give him. Hey, thanks for the follow, Dark. I appreciate it.
So I forget how many or what dice I roll for healing on short rests. Is that
So
a D6?
if you open up your character sheet, where it says
Yes.
where it says at the part where it says hit die, it'll tell you what it is. And if you hit the word hit die right next to death saves underneath
A
your
D12?
yeah. So if you hit that hit die button, it'll just roll it for you.
Holy shit, I got a 12.
Oh dang, there you go. You
Nice.
full heal. You full heal with your one heal you get for the short rest. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, man, I knew passing out was a good idea.
Yeah, you power nap for like 15 minutes. It's the Gorillian way.
Yep,
All right. Well,
that's how it goes.
we have the token, but there's still the other portion of the cave that we haven't explored yet.
Yeah, we gotta check that.
Mm.
You never know if the guy's alive. I mean, it's
that's
pretty
true.
unlikely at this
You
point,
found
but
bones, but you found an amulet, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's his bones. You see that Cairo is definitely going to follow you guys. He
Hell
kind
yeah.
of tilts his head at first and then waddles behind you guys, penguin style. And he just kind of
Yeah, Laura's gonna try to, like-
to follow.
Yeah, motion it to stay behind them.
And I'll go ahead and say, just in case, we'll do a recharge check on his breath weapon. He has to get a 5 or a 6 to recharge. Oh, he only got a 4. He's not going to recharge yet. Pretty sure since they have initiative, he can automatically recharge, but I do it.
I was gonna say,
there's
considering
just a
it's been
treasure
an
pile
hour.
over here. Yeah, this is just another horde.
You see on the
Good
ground
check.
all around here the remains of tons of different humanoids. As you get up close to this treasure pile over here, Dorgan,
Yeah.
you start looking at this treasure pile and everything.
We should check to make sure it's not trapped again.
A little too late. He's
Oh.
close enough. You see two giant centipedes. Warning for anybody who doesn't like bugs. Uh, you see two giant centipedes jump out, and they are actually going to take surprise attacks against old Dorgan here. But I gotta pull up their information because it's not working for my thing.
Ah, that's fine. Pain doesn't hurt, bro.
Well,
Do I see them as they attack?
yeah, the rest of you guys will pretty much not be surprised by this, because they kind of.
Okay, then
They
I
kinda come
will
out fast
impose
enough.
disadvantage on one of their attacks.
Uh-huh.
So it would make it a straight roll.
You know, I intentionally tried to stay in like the middle without getting within the same square just to avoid this, and it just didn't work, man.
Let's see. So you offer disadvantage on one of them, and let me finish pulling up their information. All right.
That was my last one, though.
Do I get to make like a strength check or something to see if I can?
No, they're pretty much gonna surprise attack you. I'd rolled some stealth beforehand for whenever you guys finally got in here, and they both got really fucking good on it. One got a nat 20.
Damn.
So they were gonna they beat your passive perception by a lot. Let's see.
Yeah.
So this one is going to.
That didn't say much for me, man.
And these are swarms of them. So the swarm can occupy another creature's space and vice versa, and the swarm can move through any openings large enough for a tiny insect. The swarm can't regain hit points or gain temporary hit points. So they can move straight up onto your space. The first one is going to attack you with a bite. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that might hit, perhaps.
Oh, Jesus Christ, these things hit hard.
TPK immediately. Character dead.
No, but let's see. Holy shit.
But it's a good thing I might have posed disadvantage on one of them.
Yeah, that one is gonna hit with
No, it's-
12 damage. They roll.
Oh,
really
okay, I'm
fucking
dead.
Good. Nah, you got
I'm about to be
14.
dead.
With your
Wait, no, I have
disadvantage,
2 hit points.
with your disadvantage, you instead make it a flat roll because they would have had advantage. That second one is going to get a nat 1.
Well, that is very lucky. Otherwise, I would be dead.
Now with a nat 1, you can counterattack it.
Matter of fact, yes, I think I will.
That's fair. You are counterattacking the one that's on the bottom.
A dirty 20.
A dirty 20 will hit.
$10 damage.
10 damage. Fantastic. You see that this giant centipede, you see the first one jumps at and takes a big old bite out of your arm. And then the second one starts trying to wrap around your wrist. And as it does, you grab it with your other hand and just squeeze it until the head pops off of it. And that one is done. And the rest of you guys can go ahead and roll initiative one more time. No natural 20 free this time, Dorgan. Sorry.
Still a little higher.
Cinder, that was almost double digits.
Almost.
Oh, good God almighty. Okay.
I mean, I feel like this is because I'm always in the back, just like paying attention.
That was a natural one on its part. That's really good for you guys. Dorgan, it is your turn first. 22 for 7 slashing damage.
Yep.
You take a chunk out of the back of this thing, but it is still long and it is still alive.
No more constricting for you.
You see it just. Cairo is not helping, but is not hurting either. It just kind of doesn't seem to like these bugs. And then after that, it's going to be Lara's turn.
Lara or Cinder?
Oh, I'm sorry.
He means
Cinder's-
Cinder.
Yeah, I thought that was Dorgan that was up there, and I just didn't push the button yet, but I already did.
Give it a good little swing, swing.
Swing, swing with advantage.
True, yeah. You guys could do another, because this time I didn't have my weapons out, so I had to pull them out. 14.
So you guys can do another perception check. I'll say you guys can do this with advantage since she's pulling her weapon out. Oh, of course.
Is this like a special sword or something?
It potentially
Kinda, yeah.
is.
I got a natural one.
Well, with advantage, so you get a 14.
Yeah.
At first, you're just like, whoa, that's definitely a normal sword.
Whoa, so normal.
With a 14, I'm going to say that both you guys are going to actually notice this. Her sword is her arm.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, it just kind of like flips out.
Cinder, that 14 will hit, the 12 will not.
Okay.
So normal.
7 damage.
7
I've never
damage.
seen anything
You
more
are
normal in my
able to
life.
take out this giant centipede as well. As you flip your sword out, it just flips out right into its head.
All
I
right,
was
I
probably
am.
like too
I
distracted
am
with other from looking.
going to have to pass out if something does not happen here. So
Unfortunately, you have no more hit dice for a short rest now. But I will say, while you're looking through all this treasure and stuff, as was part of the plan for seeing how hard these things hit, you do find a potion.
okay. Well, I suppose I should probably drink that immediately, huh?
2d4 plus 2 for your health. You can go ahead and roll those.
2d4. Okay, I got 4.
Okay.
Two natural ones.
Nice. 2 1s on a 4. That's unfortunate, but it does happen. Yeah, so you gain
And
back
then
a
plus
whopping,
2, so I get 4.
Yeah, so you get a whopping 4 hit points back.
Well, that was a shitty potion. Whoever brewed that should be thrown into the sun.
There's a kobold that's out on mission somewhere that just goes, hey, what the fuck?
What a shitty alchemist.
I mean, I am just a kobold. What do you want? What do you want? I'm just a kobold. Keep my
Superior potions, obviously, is what I want.
You don't even know how to read the word potion. I don't want to hear it.
You don't know how to talk. You're a kobold.
Oh, look at you. No, so you guys
Man.
have cleared out this entire cave system. You do assume that either those bones belonged to the original Forged Order person who was here, or somebody else who was here, but from the looks of it, that Forged Order person is no more. But you do have their amulet as a sign that you found them.
Alright. If you guys want to look through that treasure more, go for it. I'm gonna stay as far away as possible from that shit. Fuck that. Never again.
Hold on, let's see. There we go.
I knew it was a good idea.
No, I'm just kidding. That piece of
Dragon, like, dragon cockroach or whatever the fuck.
shit. Dragon cockroach. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can look through this treasure some more. Most of this is what they consider the junk. And knowing what you guys found as junk, a lot of this is literally trash. It's empty bottles. It's all kinds of other things. Maybe they threw this potion away because they could tell it was expired or something. Um, it had a Best By date on it that was definitely like 3 or 4 weeks ago. But otherwise,
Only a week's?
yeah. Otherwise,
that's
you guys
probably
have
fine.
totally cleared out this this cave, and you have found what you were looking for here. The first half of your mission is complete.
Alright. I'm going into the second half with no HP. Let's go.
Just the way you should.
Hell yeah. I love everything, bro. I'm gonna take my time this time so I don't fall in the fucking hole. Very careful. So precise.
Yeah, I'm
My
gonna say.
bad, I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh, jeez.
Pyro cross it.
Yeah, you see that Cairo does a little wiggle of his butt and just jumps across it. Dorgan, I'll say that this time
Okay, good.
you were able to get across this thing easy peasy. You know where the points are now. You do start to wiggle a little bit as you get near the end, but Cairo offers out his tail for you to use as stabilization.
Oh, huge. Awesome. Gotta love dragons.
They are our best friends until they become 8 times their size.
Nah, that's cool.
No, we're still gonna be best friends.
Yeah, he'll remember. Surely he won't go insane.
A flash forward instead of a flashback to Cairo eating Cinder's arm and Laura and Dorgan sitting there going, "Come on, you remember us."
Yeah, that's how I lose my other arm.
Yay. Yeah, but you guys get outside here. Cinder, you kind of noticed that they may have noticed your arm this time. You didn't really have the time to sneakily do it like you did last time. So I don't know if you would have turned it back into a hand where they could see, or if you would have just left it as a sword, or what.
I probably would have waited until, because like I seem to be taking up the back lot, so I probably would have just waited until, we were walking when I flipped it back.
Dorgan basically doesn't seem to care. He thought it was cool that you had an arm as a weapon, and that was about it.
Dorgan imagines both of his arms as great axes.
Yes.
So, I'm not going to entirely pry, but when you do feel like explaining your arm a little bit, I would love to know.
Now that the hood's down and you can probably like see her a bit better, you'll see that the same side the arm is, there's like a pretty big burn. So she'll just kind of like look over to you and go, "Do you like explaining to strangers some of the worst parts of your life?"
I mean, that just kind of gets us insinuated, no matter what kind of clan you're part of. If you're a Velky and somebody has heard shit about you, well, oh, Velky, I like that.
You see that Cairo tries to stand a little taller next to Cinder. His messed up eyes on the same side as Cinder's burns, and just kind
Oh.
of stands up and starts trying to look like they're imitating Cinder.
Cinder will smile and just kind of like scratch the top of his head, like, "I like you."
Such a cute boy.
And Cairo, "I like you too, mother." Obviously, that is
Alright,
I suppose we should try and catch up with those fucking bastards, huh?
I suppose they're... Yeah, but you are in a bit of shape. Are you gonna be okay taking on goblins?
Probably not, but I do still have both of my rages because I didn't use either, so... you know. Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball.
All right.
Unless you want to heal me, I guess that's fine too.
The classic motto of the Gorillians: "Fuck it, we ball."
Fuck it, we ball.
Unfortunately, I am out of.
Yeah,
Now,
so
there
Did
is also
yeah,
say
I
a
will,
the
I will
chance
make
you
it
guys
work.
can take
harder.
a long rest.
We
They
have
did
time
say the
to.
goblins were harder.
I mean, you're on no specific strict time schedule except for trying to catch up to the other guys, but it's not like you think these other guys are gonna actually be able to.
Honestly, if we take too long and they die there, I'm happy with that because then I don't have to deal with them.
I mean, we could return now. After all, it would let us drop off Cairo somewhere safe.
We don't want to take
you
him
know.
with.
I mean, I would like to get him treated, and definitely get you treated.
Chris
Obviously.
V says the
I
last
suppose
hit
that-
point is the hit point that, or is the only one that matters.
Yeah, for real. He knows what's up, man.
He gets the Gorillians.
Yeah, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess if you want to go back and then we have to go travel again farther, but that's fine. I don't
I
particularly care.
mean, it'll
you would-
let
if you
us
would
at
like-
least go into the goblin situation with
Not
fresh
half
outlook.
HP.
With a fresh outlook.
All right.
Laura, you do know that if you were to bring Cairo back to your caravan, that they would take care of him for you.
Exactly my thought.
Then the question is, do either of the rest of us trust them?
So Cinder probably would to an extent because although they're not really as accepted because they're kind of new to the area, the Velky, especially the ones that are specifically healing caravans like the Softpaw Caravan, are notorious for being very kind. They'll charge people for their healing at times when they have the ability to pay, but they'll also just, heal them when they can't as well. They are probably one of the more trustworthy groups when it comes to those who just kind of wander around.
Fair enough.
Obviously,
I was
your
gonna say
character would have
Dorgan
no
probably
context
doesn't
on it,
care.
but-
Yeah. He probably is like just completely neutral as far as that stuff goes. Like if two people are saying it's fine,
Yeah, Cinder will probably
Okay.
say, I know they're healers. Like, she won't go into, like, her
Hmm.
belief on them. She'll just say, I know they're healers.
yeah. So if
Divide
two people are saying it's
ourselves
fine, it's probably
into-
fine.
All
That's
right.
Dorgan's opinion.
So we'll say that you guys take the rest of the day to go back towards the outpost, the ground anvil outpost. You drop Cairo off at the caravan outside of the outpost. One, so that people don't freak out at seeing a dragon wormling inside the outpost, and two, because that's where the caravan is. You probably explain to them, hey, this is a creature that we found. It was abused. It was hurt. You do see that some of the other clerics do start instantly pampering Cairo, and it seems as though it's going straight to his head. He's getting all kinds of treatment. He's getting some food, some pets, and everything, and he's just like, "Yeah, this is what's up."
Real.
I mean, little less of that, more Laura going to her parents and being like, hey, found an abandoned dragon. We need to take care of it.
Yes, they will take your dragon for now, and they will keep a good, nice eye on it for you.
Good.
How big of a chunk is ripped out of my arm?
I'd say probably a good like 5 or so inches.
Damn.
They're pretty big little things. Those giant centipedes were probably about the length of Laura's body.
Damn. That's crazy.
All right, so
But
we rest up.
yep, while you guys are here, you can do a long rest before you travel back out, so you guys can heal back up, gain back any spell slots that were used, all that fun stuff.
Yippee.
Cinder was perfectly
Yay.
fine.
Yay, Cinder.
She just needs to clean up.
And then I'm going to move you guys onto the next area in just a second. Real quick, I'll give everybody a little, about 2 minute break or so. We might try to run a little bit past 12 today since we started a little bit later, but I won't do it too much longer past because I know that like Cinder usually works nights, so this is around the time they usually go to bed too. Probably would only do like
Yeah.
another like 10 minutes or so past. You guys
Okay, I can do that,
probably
yeah.
yeah, you guys probably won't clear the next area unless you somehow get nat 20s for everything.
Let's
Which you
go.
could.
Fuck them up.
Mhm.
Just by the
I've
way,
no.
you're gonna have to
Hmm.
hella pry to get Cinder to talk.
So that's
I
gonna
don't
be up
pry.
to Lara, because
Well,
yeah,
I pry, but I don't pry.
Yeah, you pry when time is frozen.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy thing.
Which, I
You
mean,
haven't noticed
doesn't.
the leg yet.
Or not that you know I haven't, because who
That's
knows
true.
if I haven't already stopped time and taken a bit of a look around.
That is true, yeah.
that's crazy. Let me stop time and look at your legs.
Cause like I mean her cloak usually like covers a lot, but like so the things to notice would be like obviously her arm and leg, and on her other hand is a ring. Oh.
Totally not intruding.
Yeah, like I said, Dorgan just thinks, oh yeah, that's cool. You got a sword arm. I wish I had a sword arm.
Yeah, Cinder's starting to like Dorgan. She definitely wants to like practice with him. She wants to fight.
Hell yeah.
Like she's quiet, but she's like, She'll open up
My bad. I just muted all of us. We've been muted for a minute. Thank you for pointing that out, Dark Alchemist. Yeah, so little recap then.
Tragic.
They found Lucky Dan pretty much instantly. He was dead on the ground. Very lucky of him, with about 16 to 18 audios. Jesus Christ, arrows sticking out of his back. He is face down in a pool of blood, ass up in the air, very dignified looking.
And we apparently have about a coin-sized pile of ash beside him.
Yes. Another thing that
so
you
someone
guys
tried
would
to steal
know-
his token.
Well, another thing you guys would know about the tokens is since they are bound to the individual once they claim it, that once they die, it turns to ash. So that others can't kill them and then take them as well.
Okay.
Interesting.
And there is quite a bit of what appears to be party supplies and freshly painted goblin-like faces on the wall in what you assume to be Dan's blood.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Well, it appears that there's a path down and there's something to our left as well.
I mean, the path down just leads to a little.
No,
collection of
right next to
things.
it.
Yeah, off to the
Look
side.
how far
you
down
mean
that-
the
Like a
path
path
to
Yeah,
the right.
look how far down that goes. So I would assume that's probably there's
see
probably someone down
something.
somewhere.
I see someone down that way.
And so since Dan is right here, he either got shot from right here, right here,
Chris subscribed.
or right here.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
Dogan.
So I'm guessing
Nope.
there's gonna be enemies
Dogan.
probably in this direction.
Dogan,
Yes.
I see someone down that way.
Oh, okay. So I'm wrong. Okay. Huge.
You do see an individual.
Fuck. What?
A reddish and taller than normal goblin.
Yeah, no, I see someone down that way. And
Dang.
they don't look like a regular goblin.
What's your range on your crossbow? Could you just like headshot that motherfucker right here?
Let's see. I might be able to.
While you guys are figuring that out, for those who are
Yeah, no, I
watching
could.
the stream, we'll let you guys know. One, thank you, Chris, for the subscription. Super appreciate it. I have 4 subscribers, which feels weird to have, but hey, that's cool.
Huge.
After today's stream is a big push. It is push for Twitch affiliate. If this stream has 3 or more average viewers for the entire stream, which I believe it's going to, because we're going to be ending before too much longer, and we've had 3 to 5 for the entire time, I can hit Twitch affiliate, and then things like the subscribers, and if people were to do bits or add things like that.
Should have waited to do the bits.
Oh, did you do bits?
I had no idea what
We
those.
can
I
get-
did. Yeah, I did a
Oh, we
really
can
big
get
note because
Italy
I didn't know what
yeah,
those
I
were.
see. I didn't even see those 30 of them. Thank you. I appreciate that too. Once I hit Twitch affiliate, those will be able to be monetary gains instead of just things that are there to happen. So, if everything goes perfectly good with this stream, which it looks like it is so far, there'll be ads on the streams, which we'll figure out how to make sure that people who are watching without subscriptions can still watch and not miss a moment. Oh yes, I definitely appreciate that, Chris. He says he asked some people to come watch to help with the affiliate push.
Huge.
We'll make sure that there's still ways that people that either can't or don't want to subscribe don't have to in order to miss things that happen during the ads, because knowing our luck, that's when the cool things will happen.
Yep.
It'll also make it to where once we start making money off of Twitch, even if it's just a little bit here and there, or if somehow we end up making a decent bit off of it, these are paid games because I do this as a full-time job. It'll start making the games cheaper or potentially eventually free for those who are partaking. And if it starts making a hell of a lot of money, if somehow that ever happens, then the players can also actually get a little bit out of it too. So it's not just me getting things out of it. We're not trying to get rich off of it, but hey, we're trying to make sure we eat. Thought the devil would come and give you a helping hand for free? Whoa!
But yeah, I'm gonna
but-
take a shot at the
one that's all the way
weird
down
goblin.
there. Let's see. How far away from that is you?
45.
That's more than enough for your crossbow,
Oh, yeah.
I believe.
No, way too close. Way too close.
Way too close, yeah.
For a natural fucking 20.
Oh my god.
Damn.
A natural 20. Alright, let's see what kind of damage you do on this guy.
Ah,
Now, did you Hunter's Mark first, or are you able to at that range? I don't know if you can at that range. I don't know what the range is.
I could. I could, actually. You know what? If you don't mind me doing a little timey-wimey moment.
I don't mind at all.
then
Hey,
yeah.
there are actually enemies over to our left as well. I was not completely wrong.
So, 2d6.
Yeah, Hunter's Marks do get pushed up with a crit as well.
Yeah, so that's another d6.
Damn.
So that's going to be 9, 12, 15.
15 damage. Your
Whoa.
crossbow bolt goes straight through this goblin. You said it was how much? 15?
15.
16. Okay. You do
15.
No,
15.
15.
Okay, you do enough damage to straight up take out that hobgoblin, but you also hear the arrow hit into something behind him that sounds fleshy.
Huh.
And then you just hear, "Oh my god!"
Oh, shit. Is one of the guys still alive down there?
There was another.
That was Butters, bro.
There was another goblin that was directly behind the hobgoblin. The arrow went
Oh, shit. Okay.
through the hobgoblin and into that goblin. Laura can probably see that goblin now.
I cannot see that goblin.
Really, it's just you can
Yeah.
probably just barely see the ear. There it is.
Okay, now, oh my god, it was literally
Literally right
behind
behind it. It was right. The hobgoblin was here, and the goblin is here.
Yeah.
You did enough damage to kill him and strike through with that natural 20. I'm going to go ahead and have all of you guys. Actually, no, we're not going to roll initiative yet. You guys kind of go down there. You see that Lucky Dan is over there. These guys have no idea where that crossbow bolt came from. But you do notice that there's some other goblins over here. They happen to hear the shot, and they're going to kind of waddle up this way a little bit. And they're going to be like, "Oh, look at that.
Surprise, motherfucker.
More people that we can eat. One of them appears to be a giant cow or something. I don't know what that is."
Since they're taking
Yep.
a moment to talk about us, can I just shoot one of them?
I'm gonna.
I was gonna say while they were talking, can I like fucking run up there and
I
punch
will
one in the
say
fucking face?
no, because they did notice. But if you guys want to try to attack them real quick, you guys can roll initiative. We could do one more little combat wombat before we head off.
Dirty 20.
Oh god damn, that's a
19!
Oh my lord.
that's a
Finally!
that's a natural
12.
They actually got a 20?
They actually got a nat 20.
No fucking way.
Yep.
What's their dex?
Their
That's
dex
diabolical, man.
That is a good question. What is their dex? I want to say it's like 2 or 3 or something. Let's find out. I gotta open it on my other thing. Goblin.
Yeah, because depending on what their modifier is compared to Gorgon.
Oh, I might beat them just by that.
Yeah.
Well, the 20 is just what they got.
Well, no, I got a dirty 20. They got a nat 20.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true, yeah.
20 is your.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
then,
one,
yeah.
the
then
20
no
was
dex
just a
is-
dice roll on that. They probably got closer to like a 22 or a 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I probably got like an 18, and I got +2 for.
Unfortunately, they're gonna go first. But you know what? Since his last battle, let's throw in some cool music.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. They are, of course, going to go first. They are going to take out their longbows, probably. If I can get their goddamn things to follow. I just gotta see what they have to hit. That way I'm not messing up. Pretty sure I remember that what theirs are. Yeah, okay. So one of them is going to take out a longbow and is going to freak out and be like, I'm going to shoot the cow. Or, I'm sorry, short bow, not longbow.
He
God
misses and hits
damn.
Dan.
I shit you not, that's another natural 20.
Man, nerf your dice or some shit, bro.
I only get single digits or 20s. There's no in between. I'm gonna use a different dice for the next attack.
That's fucked up.
That's insane.
That's fucked up.
Let's
Or at
see.
least they're not gonna fucking annihilate me like the.
No, they rolled fucking god
one
awful
thing.
on that though. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's only 5 damage to you with a crit.
Damn.
And the other one is going to take a short bow shot at Laura. That is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alrighty. Wow, another 1 on the dice. That's only 3 damage to you, Laura.
Ouchies.
Damn.
Dorgan, it is your turn, however. You have 3 targets. 2 of them are goblins, and 1 of them is Lucky Dan's ass straight up in the air.
Hell yeah, bro. He's already dead, so I don't have to worry about him anymore.
Or is he?
I'm gonna move right here, and this guy's fucked.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Assuming that I don't whiff. 19.
A 19 is not a whiff.
Hell yeah. 15 damage. He's probably cooked.
He is absolutely cooked. He's fucking fried.
Alright, I just decapitated him with my great axe in one.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
ran up and just fucking off with his head.
Yeah, you run up to him and just swoop. That's not even the one that hit you, man. The one that hit you just drops his bow on the ground. It's like, oh fuck.
You're next, motherfucker.
Oh. Cinder, it is your turn.
Oh, hey, there's another person.
I can walk through someone, right?
I mean, I just did, so
Okay.
hopefully.
Yeah, you can walk through somebody. You just can't stop on their space. The only time I don't let you walk through a person is if it's an enemy. Technically, you can't walk through a person if they say, no, you can't pass by me. That's on your side as well, but I don't see why they would do that, so...
Fuck you. Stay here.
Cinder,
13.
you said you got a 13?
Yeah,
13 is not going to hit.
20.
A 20 will. Was that a
8.
nat or a dirty 20?
Dirty, unfortunately.
man.
Yeah, that would have been number 4 for the stream.
God, jeez. Number 4 with the hand axe?
Yeah.
God dang. Yeah, you do 8 damage to this guy. He's hurt pretty bad. And then Laura, it is your turn.
Let's see here.
There's another enemy over here.
Don't worry about that when they don't see you yet.
I will Hunter's Mark that one,
Ho ho.
and then fire.
Oh, did the goblin that got shot down there notice us? Or is this just our, like, we're just killing these 3 guys and we're good?
You're just killing these 2 right here for now.
Okay.
The other
Yeah,
one
no-
does
no
notice
way
the other
I
guy
hit.
died, but he doesn't know where the shot came from.
Okay.
Which, seeing how there's only one entrance in the cave, you think he'd figure it out, but they are dumb goblins.
Real.
No, I miss.
Oh, what'd you get? Oh, a 7? Yeah, 7 is gonna miss.
That's it.
All right, Goblin's turn again. This one that's right here now has Cinder all up in his grill, so he's going to have to attack her with his scimitar. Oh, Cinder, do you want to counterattack that natural one?
Hell yeah, I do.
Chris was right. It's 1 or 20. There's no in betweens. It's literally what I've gotten with these guys.
16.
16 will hit.
8.
8 damage. You kill this
Fucked up.
goblin as well. Also, I like how this
Yeah.
battle music has a little bit more like a zazz to it. You take out that goblin as well. You do hear some other ones that are further down in there, kind of going, where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? But otherwise, you don't hear a whole lot. You do ever so slightly hear the echoing voice of Captain Grayson going, "Yes, sir! Yes, sir!" And everybody put your dices down. That is the end of today's session.
Woo!
That was session 1 of the Legends of Telpha. I like our little group we got so far.
Hell yeah.
We got ourselves a nice little.
There's still
Gorillian.
two slots.
There
right?
there are still 2 slots open. You are absolutely correct. I'm gonna give my normal shout outs and peddle my wares real quick. What am I? Why is it moving it like that? That's weird. Am I moving the map or am I moving the tokens? No, okay, I'm not moving the map. Okay.
Or are you moving both?
I don't know. It was being weird for a second. It's normally doesn't have a big old empty spot on the side, but whatever. I guess it'll just look slightly aesthetically unpleasing. Hey, thanks everybody for watching, and thanks you 3 for playing. That was a lot of fun. I look forward to what the Legends of Telpha will become. If you are interested in joining this game, it is 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays. And we still have 2 slots left for people to join. That's always fun. We also have 3 other games. All 3 of our players today are actually in one of those other games. The other game they are in is on Tuesdays at 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time as well, called The Veiled World. It is a modern fantasy, so it takes place in the modern world with slight changes to things like all the politics and other stuff going on, because we play D&D so we don't have to deal with the real world, not so that we have to also deal with it. So fuck that noise.
We still gotta pay taxes.
That's right. And we
Changelings
also
don't.
we also have 2 other games. One is on Monday from 8:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is the Chronicles of Telpha. That is the story that takes place 2,500 years after this one. It is the quote-unquote main story of the series. However, I think this one's going to get a lot of love too. We also have one that is on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And that one is a run of Storm King's Thunder, which is a continuation of a Lost Mines campaign that was done about 6 months or so ago. So there's at least 1 character, eventually 2, maybe 3, that will be from another campaign that are joining themselves back in that one. We didn't get to do that one this week because we had too many people that couldn't play, but that's okay. I'd rather wait so that everyone can enjoy it than run it with 2 people or 3 people and then have the others catch up. We have a Discord server, which if you type Discord inside the thing, let's see if it'll do it the right way for me this time. Oh, it will. We have a Discord server called The Tavern. You can join there to talk with us. Eventually, I'm setting up a section so people can talk about what happened in the different episodes and talk to you guys if you guys end up wanting to talk to people about your characters and different things like that. So look forward to that. And then we also have our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Lawbind Studios, where eventually this episode and other episodes of this stream and other ones will be up, so you can catch up with all of them and have fun doing that. And of course, there's the Twitch here. If you follow, that's awesome. If you subscribe, I'm giving you a hug right now. That's really cool. But thank you guys for watching. And then the last shout out is going to be to Michael Gilfie Studios, michaelgilfiestudios.com, or their Patreon by the same name. That's where all the music comes from. You join their website and you buy the music. You can use it royalty free on just about anything, I believe. And but you can check their website for the details on that. Or if you join their Patreon at the right tier, I believe the $15 tier, you can use their stuff in even paid games or even games that are streamed, all completely royalty free. So they don't ask for any other money from you. All they ask is that you shout them out, which I think is very fair in comparison to that. I'll be in and out of the Discord all day like I normally am after these games. So if you guys want to stop by, say hi to me or any of the other players, please feel free to do so. But otherwise, I will see you guys all next week.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Hope you guys
Bye.
have great, lots of fun. God, my English today is
Oh,
what
yeah.
the hell? I'm just gonna leave
See you
on that
Tuesday.
note. And for anybody who is still inside the stream, I'll put up some nice, cool music for a couple minutes while we see everyone out. I'm going to actually remember this time because I always forget to. We're gonna raid somebody else. I don't know who we're gonna raid yet, but I am gonna do a little raid. But before we do that, I'll put on some nice music for us to leave out to. Thank you everybody for watching.